reaching in heights. This music get hot, hits you on this spot, makes you dance a lot. Show me what you got. Say when I call, you respond. Yes, when I call, you respond. Just when I call, you respond. Say when I call, you respond. Say yeah, yeah. Say yeah, yeah. Say oh yeah, oh yeah. Say oh yeah, oh yeah.
There you go. There you go. There you go. Yeah, I think it's working. I think it's working.
When you hit the street, it's dancing in the heat.
Reaching this change up. Reaching this change up. Yeah.
Walk up that baseline. Say when I call, you respond. Yes, when I call, you respond. When I call, you respond. Say when I call, you respond. Good morning. 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 Tripping down the street, jamming to the beat. Hear the steel and brass. Children play your mass. Look me on the stage. I come to misbehave. Yes, I'm having fun. As we unite as one. Come on. When I call, you respond. Say when I call, you respond. Just when I call, you respond. When I call, you respond. Say I love soca. I love soca. Say I love soca. I love soca. Say
Crystal Play on the air everywhere. It's here. 90.3, 96.7, and 101.3. Nice video.
Soca makes me lose control. Just raise your hands up in the air. I'm saying it left or right like you don't care. Come on, go left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right. Double time, double time. Left, right, 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 left. When I call, you respond. Say when I call, you respond. This music is sweet. This music is nice. Like sugar and spice. It's reaching in heights. This music is trouble. I hope that you're able. Hear these steel and brass. Children play your mass. Say when I call, you respond. Just when I call, you respond. Say when I call, you respond. Just when I call, you respond. Come on. Hello, 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 hello. When I call, you respond. Say when I call, you respond. Just when I call, you respond. Say when I call, you respond. Hear me? Say tekwa, chuleba, 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 tekwa. Say when I call, you respond. Come on. When I call, you respond. When I call, you respond. Say when I call, you respond. Say yeah, yeah. Say yeah, yeah. Say oh yeah, oh yeah.
Yeah, buenos días, señor, Bobo. Gonna take a commercial pause. Be right back. Stick around. Don't forget to tell your friends to tell their friends to tell their friends to lock on. Let's all be friends. Yeah, Ctview Saturday Show. Good morning. Somebody check the Facebook stream, see how we coming through. Somebody check the Facebook stream, see how we coming through. Send me a message, please. Commercial pause for the call.
When all is said and done, Jennifer Shiverton's Wholesale remains the one to be reckoned with. It's the place for the best in mattresses in all sizes, upholstery foam for your cushions and seats in all sizes, all types of pillows, toilet tissue, a long range of soft drinks including Futa, Buster, Orchard, canned and bottled Coca-Cola and Sprite, and Trini Fresh Orange Juice, plus the very best saltfish on the market, all priced to meet your pocket. It's located opposite Greenfinger at Upper Middle Street in Kingstown and opens Mondays to Saturdays, 7:30 a.m. until 4:30 p.m. It's the place where quality matters and the price on your side. Jennifer Shiverton's Wholesale. Call 456-2814. That's 456-2814.
Air filters, oil filters, fuel filters, disc pads and brake shoes, clutch discs, pressure plates, rotor plates, engine parts, fan belts, timing belts, oil seals, spark plugs, radiators, radiator hoses, water pumps, universal joints, suspension parts, KYB Japanese shocks for Toyota, Nissan and Suzuki, tie rods, rack ends, ball joints. You can also get accessories, cleaning supplies, polishes, titanium tint, black tint, Valvoline motor oils, Toyota and Honda motor oils, transmission fluids, Michelin wiper blades, headlights, corner lights, HID kits, HID bulbs and ballast, LED bulbs, and much more can be had at Automax Auto Parts. Automax goes the extra mile and spend the extra dollar to ensure that you get first quality Japanese auto parts. Come see the difference at our showroom opposite the basketball court in Camden Park. Call us at 458-2000 or 529-2070. Visit us on Facebook, Automax Auto Parts. Drive the extra mile to get the best first quality auto parts.
Please note that we open on Sundays from 8 a.m. to 3 p.m.
We would like to say that Captain Bligh XO Aged Rum is the best rum in the world. And now we can. Voted the world's best rum at the World Rum Awards 2014, Captain Bligh XO Aged Rum. World class in a glass.
Instacash, giving you the chance to win more money from the National Lotteries Authority. Get our new $2 game, Money Tree. Match at least 4 symbols and win cash up to $3,000. There's also 5 times the cash for $2, 10 times the cash for $3, and 20 times the cash for only $5, offering you up to $10,000. Win instantly with Instacash, where there's no waiting for a draw. Instacash, fast, so easy to play.
Now let's be real. We're not all police officers, but we all want to safeguard our finances. And that's why the Police Cooperative Credit Union is open to everybody. That's right, we cater for anybody. At a brand new location too. Step up to the Police Cooperative Credit Union headquarters on Bay Street between Diamond Girl and Lanes number 2. And we provide a range of top-class financial services, including fixed deposits, quick cash, savings, and loans, and a survivor's benefit grant of $5,000. We're open 8:30 a.m. to 4 p.m. Monday to Friday and up to 11:30 on Saturday. Check us out on Facebook or call Police Cooperative Credit Union at 485-6840. And remember, even if you're not a police officer, we're cool with that.
Your staircase isn't just to get from one floor to another. It's the centerpiece of your home. At District Stairs, we specialize in turning ordinary stairs into extraordinary features. Whether you're looking for a brand new stair construction, refinishing an existing staircase, or adding beautiful railings in wood, glass, or other modern materials, we've got you covered. Our expert team designs with one goal in mind, to help you stand out. Let your staircase be a conversation starter, the statement piece. Visit District Stairs today and build something unforgettable. Step up into elegance with District Stairs.
Since 2012, we have provided reliable, professional dialysis services in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. We are now proud to offer you new solutions for your health problems. Each new solution is being delivered to you with the same high degree of care and professionalism. We also use the best technology in the delivery of our services. So, does your doctor need a precise view of what's happening inside your body? Let us perform an ultrasound for you. Ladies, if it's your breasts, then choose our mammography service. For all issues related to men and women's health at any stage in your life, our team can perform the necessary investigations to put your mind at ease and recommend solutions for your problems. If it's to see within your chest or check for broken bones and fractures, then use our state-of-the-art U-Arm X-ray service. For you aging men and women, we can now check your bone density, which will reduce any complications that may arise with overall bone health, osteoporosis, or arthritis. Health Solutions will provide answers and results in a timely, accurate manner in the most comfortable environment, while you are taken care of by well-trained and experienced staff. Please call us today at 451-2836 or 434-3170, or visit us online at healthsolutionsSVG.com. You can also follow us on Facebook or Instagram. Health Solutions, where we are providing solutions in SVG with care.
Soundblast Entertainment exclusive rentals. We have LED bars, LED chairs, LED tables, trussing, speakers, and stage available. Bring your event to life with exclusive party rentals. For more information, contact 1-784-493-1361. 1-784-493-1361.
I passed by a brethren the other day. If you see he plays rat and cockroach racing, mosquito fighting one another for come knee in your ears, and the amount of woodlights I see, I had to wonder if them been in the wood with no attack and Billy Ark. I said, bye, call Flick.
For the eradication of pests, Flick is your answer. Before and after construction of your domestic and commercial buildings, Flick uses environmentally safe chemicals. And keep washrooms fresh with the Aroma Odor Control and the FemCare Sanitary Disposal Systems. Call Flick Pest Control today at 457-1857 or click www.flickpestcontrol.com.
Psalm number 34. I will bless the Lord at all times. His praises shall continually be in my mouth. My soul shall make her boast in the Lord. The humble shall hear thereof and be glad. Oh, magnify the Lord with me, and let's exalt his name together. I sought the Lord, and he heard me and delivered me from my fears. They looked unto him and were lightened, and their face were not ashamed. The poor man cried, and the Lord heard him and saved him out of all his troubles. The angel of the Lord encampeth around about them that fear him, and delivereth them. Oh, taste and see that the Lord is good. Blessed is the man that trusteth in him. Oh, fear the Lord, ye saints, for there is no one to them that fear him. The young lions do lack and suffer hunger, but they that seek the Lord shall not want any good thing. Come, ye children, hearken unto me. I will teach you to fear the Lord. What man is that he desireth life and loveth many days, that he may see good? Keep thy tongue from evil, and thy lips from speaking guile. Depart from evil and do good. Seek peace and pursue it. The eyes of the Lord are upon the righteous, and the ears are open unto their cry. The face of the Lord is against them that do evil, to cut off the remembrance of them from the earth. The righteous cry, and the Lord heareth, and delivereth them out of their troubles. The Lord is nigh unto them that are of broken heart, and saveth such to be as of a contrite spirit. Many are the afflictions of the righteous, but the Lord delivered him out of all of them. He keepeth all his bones, that not one of them is broken. Evil shall slay the wicked, and they that hate the righteous shall be desolate. The Lord, the Lord redeemeth the soul of his servants, and none of them that trust him shall be desolate. Yeah. Seek ye first the kingdom of God and all his righteousness, and not all good things. All good things will be added unto you. Never let anyone who has never been in your shoes tell you how to tie your shoelaces. Don't offer a lecture to a person that needs a hug. The only place where your dreams are impossible is in your own thinking. Impossible is for the unwilling. Until my last breath, I will give thanks unto the Lord in thought, word, and deed, no matter my circumstance, in times of joy, in times of peace, in times of war, in times of trouble. Amen. We're going to introduce a new part of the program today. We call it Trump versus Chump, but right after these commercial messages. Present time is 22 minutes after 10 o'clock. 22 minutes after 10 o'clock. Let's talk. Get the first one. Because with prayer comes faith. With faith comes confidence. With confidence comes action. Action with perseverance and strength. We try our best and ask Jesus to help with the rest. Condolences goes out to the family of Marilyn John. She was a guest on the program a few years ago and was shot to death on my birthday. I saw her girlfriend yesterday, and she stood up and she hugged me. She said, "Mr. Douglas, they shot her 12 times. 12 times. 12 times they shot her. Ooh-wee. Get well wishes. Father Jonathan Weeks, Doug Howard, Zan George, Leon Big Samuel, Leroy Mulray, Granville Strait, Eddie Freitas, Sil McIntosh. We got people power 96.7 thousand pairs of ears. Let me say big up, brand new big ups on the list. Yeah, good morning, Nurse Westfield. Good morning, Sister Westfield. How are you? Good morning, Angus Evans, aka Snappy. What's going on? Good morning, Leon Young Davis. Good morning, Ellie Smith. Good morning, Baba. Roy Clark. Noel Clark. Wayne Hazel. Messina Wallace. Public figure that don't want to mention his name. Yeah, you're on the big up list too. Yeah. Kirk Bailey. Neville Jack, Nadine. Winston Jambon Young. Yeah. Eddie Parson, Tanya, Christopher, Irene, Annie Christopher, Marcus Martin, Wade Jackson, Davis, Davis son. Oh boy. I really got updated. Well, boy, gone but not forgotten. Big up to you, Billy. I know you're looking down on heaven. Yeah, Tan Commission. The Calico Massive Lockdown, as usual. My friend, and the one that named me can't lie. Good morning, D. Good morning. Let me say also good morning, Lonzo, boy. It was good to see you. Sorry to hear about your loss, my brother. Sorry to hear, boy. In the midst of life, we're in that, you know, and you can't fool God, you know. You got to be prepared. You know what I mean? Yeah. Mr. Keith Miller, Shadi from Glen, Cousin Carlos, Splinters, Guy Low, Leon Dupont, aka Kempes, Hammers, Sharilicious, Kwame, Cipriani, Youngblood, Uncle Ian, Malicious, Millie, Douglas, Barry, Caden, Braden, Nev, Kevon, Giselle, Elvis from Baltimore, big up yourself, Fincham, Mrs. Alexis send the baby brother a message this morning. Thanks for looking up, Mrs. Alexis. Down here in New York City, good morning to you. Fabian, what's going on? Phoebe in the Brooklyn Massive. Yeah. Mrs. Bland in New York City. And little Miss Bland. Yeah. Ooh-wee. Vernon, Mrs. Alexander in New York City. Good morning. Huggy from the East. K.E. Woody, Brooker, Trevor, NDP Boots, the Shepherd family from Kittels, Mr. Lewis and the crew at CNR Enterprises, Patrina Rihanna from CNR Enterprises, Lance and the crew from Jennifer Cheverton Wholesale, Ruti, Ron, Raja, Beverly, Shade, Pascal, Rena, yeah. And Mrs. T, yeah. Massive and crew at Randy's Rings Depot. Mrs. Cambridge from Jamar General, good morning, how are you? Eva, Alton, Shibi, Sturdy, Ray, K, Woody, Trevor, Slim Tastic, Wilfred Brown, Nathan, Maggie, Slim Tastic, Joanna, Miss D, Mrs. D, Indy, Aisha, Taiwan, Gregory, Emmanuel, Sudley, Samuel, Glody, diggity, down, the Shabazz, Angel Monet, Snap Soul, Ronald Williams, aka Comedy, yeah. Nyron, boy, roll the barrel, Nyron, roll the barrel, yeah, wherever you are locked down from the intention state of mind. Did you hear for you? Yeah. Present time is in Livingston Grenadines, 28 minutes after 10 o'clock. Time check brought to you with a kind compliments. Sue's Bits and Bites. Sue's Bits and Bites with 2 locations to serve you. 2 locations to serve you. One in Beachmount and one in Middle Street. Upper Hillocks used to be there. Yeah. Up in that area. Yeah. Yes. Good food, good friends. And there's also a supermarket in Beachmount. Yes. Sue's Bits and Bites. There's more to come. There's more to come. There's more to come. There's more to come. Yeah. Time check also brought to you with the kind compliments of Arusha Right Bites. Yeah, Arusha Right Bites. Boy, she is in Layu. Yeah. She's in Layu. Today, on Saturday's menu, she have doughboy and stew chicken. Doughboy and codfish. Pigfoot sauce with green banana. Burgers and fries. Burger combo. Yes. Check them out. Telephone number is 784-526-2951. Tell them, of course, you heard about it right here in Ctview side of the show. Tell them Carlisle says, thank you. Yeah. Time check also brought to you with the kind compliments of the beauty shop located in Middle Street, opposite Third World. So we do everything for here. We do all kind of fixing, locks, knotless braids, hair maintenance, healthy locks, interlocking, children braiding, dry curl, jerry curl, textured men and women hair, cut relaxer, and so much more. We also carry makeup and body care cream and hair products to maintain. Yeah. We got necklaces, we got earrings, bringing you inner beauty on the outside. The beauty shop telephone number is 529-8065. Tell them, of course, you heard about it right here in Ctview side of the show. Tell them Carlisle says thank you. Time check also brought to you with the kind comments of Games Pharmacy. Yeah, man. Opposite Star Garage. Yeah. Games Pharmacy. Boy, almost open 24 hours, No. I said almost. 7 a.m. until midnight. 7 days a week. Sometimes later. Yeah. Let me tell you again. Opening hours 7 a.m. until midnight. And sometimes it's still later. 7 days a week. 529-3482 is the number to call. Tell them, of course, you heard about it right here in City View Saturday Show. Tell them, Carlisle says thank you. Time check also brought to you with the kind compliments of Accent Dental Services. Accent Dental Services, of course, dental, dentistry, No location. Lower Kingston Park opposite St. Martin's School. Opening hours Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. to 4 p.m. Telephone number 528-6997. Tell them, of course, you heard about it right here in City View Saturday Show. Tell them Carlisle says thank you. Time check also brought to you with the kind compliments of Express Data Systems. Express Data Systems. H3 Desert Advantage 2875 for only $395. Making an excellent Christmas gift. Excellent Christmas gift. Also, all right, there's supposed to be some new 22-inch monitors coming in soon. Yes. They were supposed to call me with that. Yeah, I don't have the price yet, but I know it's going to be reasonable. And no, not only that, they have some i5 computers with 16 gigs of RAM, where you can get a computer and a 22-inch monitor for only $900. Tell them, of course, you heard about it right here in City View Saturday Show. Tell them Carlisle says thank you. Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. They're open. Telephone number 456-1128 System. 1128 Express Data Systems. Tell them, of course, you heard about it right here in City View Saturday Show. Tell them Carlisle says thank you. Time check also brought to you with the kind compliments of Smithy's Apartment and Auto Rentals. Airport pickup 4550637 or email them at brentonG509@gmail.com. Time check also brought to you with the kind compliments of Virtual Office Professionals. Virtual Office Professionals is taking on some new angles in their business, some new services. They're taking on some new services. More of that to come. For further information, 347-575-6176. Event planning and management, product sourcing, approved reading, data entry, travel and accommodation, administrative support, and more. VOP, the Virtual Office Professionals. Then, of course, you heard about it right here in City View Saturday Show. Tell them Carlisle says thank you. Time check also brought to you with the kind compliments of author, mental health therapist, and speaker, Danita Fabian Bland, with several books available on Amazon. Or you can check out our website at DEEFBLAND.com. One of my favorites is Dad's Whole Heart. You want to guess why? Dad's Whole Heart is an interactive journey to deepen the connection between dads and their daughters. The journal celebrates the dynamic relations between dads and their daughters and normalizes the ups and downs of the relationship. Tell them, of course, you heard about it right here in City View Saturday Show. Tell them Carlisle says thank you. Time check also brought to you with the kind compliments of, remember, one flick. It's like me and the haters. One flick and they're gone. One click for one click. One click for one flick. Yes. Flick Pest Control. Check them out at flickpestcontrol.com. Also check them out on Bay Street in the in the Rogers Photo Studio building. Yeah. Tell them, of course, you heard about it right here in City View Saturday Show. Tell them Carlisle says thank you. Remember, one click and they're gone. Aroma Products. Set it, forget it, and save. You have a odor problem in one of your places. You set this little gadget in the corner and you set it to spray like every half an hour, every 15 minutes. Depends on your need. You set it, forget it. 457-1857 is the number to call. Yeah. Smells good, don't it? Yeah. Tell them, of course, you heard about it right here in City View Saturday Show. Tell them Carlisle says thank you. Commercial property for sale. 3 lots in Kingstown, totaling 5,521 square feet, with access to Lower Bay Street and Middle Street. You can purchase the one with the Middle Street access separately, or purchase the 2 with the Bay Street access, or considered, or just buy all 3. Call me in that one, 491-9140. Time check also brought to you with the kind compliments of Jennifer Cheverton Wholesale. Jennifer Cheverton Wholesale, 456-2814. Yeah, you have a shop. You have a shop. Jennifer Cheverton Wholesale delivers. Yeah, we deliver. We deliver. We deliver. Yeah. Somebody tell me they deliver on Sundays too. You believe that? No, I don't believe that. They deliver on Sundays? No, I don't believe that. Call 456-2814 for the delivery schedule. Tell them, of course, you heard about it right here in Ctview Saturday Show. Tell them Carl out says thank you. Then check also brought to you with the kind compliments of Time Center General Store. Time Center General Store, Jackson and Mr. Daswani. 25 years of clock and watch repair. Tell them, of course, you heard about it right here in Ctview Saturday Show. Tell them Carl out says thank you. 455-6735 is the number to call. Best price is guaranteed, Jamar General. Jamar General says, are you building or renovating? Then you should consider UPVC windows available at Jamar General Services. The UPVC windows are built, tried, and tested for tropical climate with the following strong points. 1, they won't leak. 2, they are sea blast resistant. They won't rust. 3, with 5mm tempered glass, they are shatter resistant. 4, they're double-sided, accessible, and easy to clean. 5, insect meshes available on both sides. 6, all replacement parts are available locally, available at Jamar General Services, Lower Middle Street. 457-2725 is the number to call. You should also contact Jamar General for your PVC pipe and your PVC pipe accessories. Check them out also for your electrical needs, as a matter of fact. With proof of purchase of matching quality products, we will match your price and give you a further 5% off. Best price is guaranteed. Jamar General, 457-2725 is the number to call. Time check also brought to you with the kind compliments of Nai's International Logistics, Shipping, Packaging, and Moving. Nai's International, New York City, 347-500-9142. Boston, 617-594-2283. Or right here in SDG, 784-455-5600. When you can't wait in the barrel, when you need it now. Nai's International Logistics. Time check also brought to you with the kind compliments of House of Graphics. House of Graphics, more information coming on that. More information is coming on that. Brought to you with the kind compliments of House of Graphics, and also, I believe, Thompson's Cooling and Air Conditioning. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, I work hard. Time check is also brought to you with the kind compliments of Smart Solutions. Smart Solutions specialize in electronic repair, from phones to tablets to laptop computers and even some smart TVs. Special focus on after products. Yeah, boy, they got the beast working for me. Get smart. Smart Solutions, 527-9073 is the number to call. Tell them, of course, you heard about it right here on Ctview Saturday Show. Tell them Carlisle says thank you. Well. The around town deals, it seems like we're gonna have to. We're gonna have to ease off the gas a little bit until the boss comes back. You know what I mean? Ease off the gas a little bit till the boss comes back. You know, they have some teething to do, some little growing pains that, you know, it's only him that could really make such a decision. You understand? And, you know, so we can wait until he comes back with that. But other than that, you know, it's a success. It's a success. You know, like I said, there's an option to be on nice radio with it, or there's an option to be it straight. But a lot of people are opting for the nice radio option, and that's the motivation. That's the motivation. Yeah. For further information, 491-9140. Because it's when you do well, we look good. When you do well, we feel good. Yeah. Okay. All right. Things change up a little bit. I know you're expecting to be hearing from Mr. Leon Big Samuel. Oh boy. Seems like there's some some kind of trouble in the linking up with the okay. All right. Well, while I sort this out via WhatsApp, let me see if I can do a little peruse the news. Starting with the back page of the Vincentian. Yeah. Pull out the paper. Yeah. I have the actual paper with me today. Yeah. Back page of the Vincentian. Stories by Kendall Hall. It reads. A woman was shot to death in Paulover Morris Village around 9 p.m. on October 29, 2024. A police report confirmed. The police report suggested that a three masked assailant opened fire on Miss Marilyn Brown, killing her in the process, while she was seated along with her grandsons in her vehicle. No other occupants of the vehicle were injured. The fatal shooting is said to have taken place near Miss John's home, where she was pronounced dead on the scene of the shooting by the district medical officer. Miss John, familiarly known as Maro, operated a business in the vicinity of Randy's supermarket in Annesville. For more, please read the Vincentian. Like I was saying to you, Miss Maro was a guest on the program, and boy, I remember there's a video somewhere. I was looking in my phone, looking on my iPad, and look on YouTube, look on Facebook, and there's a video somewhere of me hugging that lady. Oh boy! And like I said, I saw her girlfriend yesterday, and she stood up with tears in her eyes. So Mr. Douglas, they shot her 12 times. They shot her 12 times. Oh wow. 12 times. All right. Also back page of the Vincentian, a road fatality in Calicoa. It reads, a resident of Calicoa is this country's latest road fatality. According to a report from the Royal St. Vincent Grenadines Police Force, it is conducting an investigation into the fatal traffic accident that occurred on October 28, 2024 in Calicoa. According to a preliminary report, police responded to an incident where a motor vehicle struck a pedestrian, William Holder, a 44-year-old male of Villa, while he was on the sidewalk. The police report stated. For more, please read the Vincentian. Like I said, I know this young man well. You know, his older brother tech support at you know, he was an IT guy with the point of sale systems and what's not. You know, it's like it's getting closer. Like, you know, just yesterday was Nolly B. Oh my goodness, Nolly B used to sit on this chair at the same ear. You know, it's getting closer. It's getting closer. Yeah, boy. But God is great. God is real. God is great. Another story involving Marilyn is found on page number 31 of the Vincentian. It says, man loses mother and brother. It reads, losing a mother and brother in the space of 3 months is one of the hardest things any human can endure. Notwithstanding, this is the reality of Romari John of Murray Village after his mother and brother were shot to death a mere months apart. For more, please read page 31 of the Vincentian. Get some more Stevie. Eddie Lovett. Tell me some Eddie Lovett. There we go. Uh-huh. Also in the defense section. Yeah. Ooh, wee. 104. 104 receive national awards. And have the Prime Minister standing next to three young ladies. And in the middle of the thing is a little young lady that I call Miss Cut and Paste Face. Yes, my only daughter. It reads, the Prime Minister Ralph Gonsalves with three 2024 Prime Minister Gold Medal Award recipients. J. Anna Edwards, Carice Kozia, and Maya John. And it says above, Haley Douglas was out of state at the time of the rally. Yeah. Oh yeah. Searchlight woman shot in Murray's Village. Speaking of Maryland again. Yeah. All right, also on the front page of the Searchlight, PM Gonsalves announces a cost of living and other financial support to locals. Also on the front page of the Searchlight, it says a fisherman dies after being struck by vehicle in Calaqua. Back page of the Searchlight. St. Vincent and the Grenadines Football Federation welcomes government push for semi-professional football league. Also on the back page, it says three sisters, three national scholars. But not indeed. Page 15 of the Searchlight. Yeah. It says aspiring civil engineer COPS Prime Minister's Award. It reads, Haley Douglas has exemplified her commitment to science and engineering and through an educational journey that includes participation in the Students Program for Innovation in Science and Engineering. Come on, please read the Searchlight. Not to mention that he's really proud. Yeah, there you go. Back page of the news. Ground broken for a new hospital. It says week after Taiwan contracting overseas engineering construction company OECC started bulldozing the site for construction at Arnesville Acute Care Hospital at the government held groundbreaking ceremony last Saturday, the eve of the nation's 45th anniversary of independence. A little Dennis Brown.
Yeah. Though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for thou art with me. Thy rod and thy staff, they come to me.
Also on the back page of the news, says weeping and gnashing of teeth when Taiwan ambassador leaves, says PM's press officer. Lord. But speaking of something I didn't see in the news that I was hoping somebody would pick up on. I am watching a repeat of Parliament. Watching a rerun of Parliament and give me a second, ladies and gentlemen.
Now my mama used to say, son, if you want good, your nose have to run. And never you put your right where you can reach it. And I remember people doing vain things, yeah. And forgetting about prophecy. Now I see nations fighting against
No, where was I? Front page of the news. Church concerned with political mileage. It reads, Reverend Millet says that God has called the church as his own servant, but the church in St. Vincent and the Grenadines is an unfaithful, rebellious, and dishonest servant. For more, please read the news. Also, front page of the news, PM favors Cupid over Bacchus. PM favors Cupid over Bacchus and Mitchell in Western Georgia. Like he got something to do with it. Yeah. Also, in the news, grieving mother gunned down 3 months after her son was slain. Speaking of Maryland again, back page. Ground broken for new hospital. Well, that's what I was reading before. For more info, don't forget to check out. The news, the Searchlight, and the Vincentian. Be informed. Yeah.
Yes, I come to fight the devil.
Another thing that irritated me this week I was telling you about this Parliament thing. I'm watching Parliament. Like I don't watch it live. I was watching the rerun over, late at night, just having it in the background, while I do my other work, and out of the corner, I looked up, and I saw a couple of words that should not go together in any kind of in any kind of written statement, no way at all. I saw the words Honorable Ashel Morgan as Speaker of the House. Does anybody else have a problem with that? Honorable? Is this why the kids are kicking up? Because we're showing them a bad example. Also, the independence message from the Commissioner of Police. That also threw me at a loop. Because we having this big crime situation here in St. Vincent and the Grenadines, and your independence message is about climate change. Is it climate change that contributing towards the amount of violent crimes in St. Vincent and Grenadines? Is it climate change while people are driving like crazy? Even this morning, somebody talked to these guys about the 10-ton trucks. We don't have room. We don't have road in St. Vincent for them things to be going that fast. We do not have the room. As a matter of fact, it might not be a bad idea, because I remember in the 80s, I bought a truck from the late Creech Woods. I did some trucking in New Jersey and Brooklyn, much to the amazement of a lot of people. And the truck had a governor on it. It couldn't go past. I think it was a post office truck, and they put the governor in for safety. But we have some 10-ton trucks that they pelting around. Yesterday, coming down Rillen Hill, somebody was parked on the other side, so that truck had to leave his side of the road and come over to mine. And he come around blazing his horn, like I supposed to hear the horn and just move out the way. Yeah. The road is his because he have a horn and a big truck. Somebody needs to talk to these people. Me personally, the police been on the program before. Police has been on the program here. Police has been on the program when I was at cross country. Not only that, I've written about police police matters in the newspapers. One morning I was by Bigger Bigs, and there was a madman with a cutlass that was threatening everybody. And mayhem could have been in the market, but it took the action of two proper police officers to quell that matter. Not only that, one time at the Leeward bus terminal, van drivers were about to get into all kind of melee and all kind of things. Female officer that was sitting next to me, she said, "Excuse me, please." I moved and she came out and she fixed the matter. I think she lives in Barley. I can't remember her name. Tall like me and light skin. I can't remember her name. And not only that, remember I brought police here when they changed the traffic laws to go through level guards and come through Mackey's Hill, what's not. Not only that, I did a television report on it. But ASP Brown, tried to contact ASP Brown to come on the program, and he's not returning my calls. He's not responding to my text messages, my WhatsApp messages. In the meantime, all mayhem is happening on the outside there. Everything that can go wrong is going wrong. And anyway, I gotta take care of some problems in the back room here. Okay. Gotta take care of some restream problems in the back room here. So Patches, hold it down for me in the meantime.
I wish I could be just a teeny hero. I'm willing to try, that's the way to go. I wish I could forgive when you're a nuisance. I wish I had just enough tolerance. Well, I wish I could smile when I'm feeling pressure. And don't take it out on you or my name. Well, I wish I had some kind of super scruple. I wish I could have helped all them poor people. Well, I wish I was one of them goody two shoes. I wish I could have taken insults and abuse. I wish I could turn my back on all evil. And I wish that I never act like the devil. Lord, give me the strength, never try to do what is right. Well,
somebody say good morning, Carlisle. The young drivers in SBG is copying and paste the bus drivers. The bus system in St. Vincent and Grenadines needs to be regulated, and strict speed limits on those trucks. SBG needs an overhaul. This is coming from the BDI. Thank you for your concern. Never mind, you're in the BDI. Yeah, boy. Oh boy. So we did. Multitasking here, trying to get something situated with restreaming the guests and
humility, that is the true essence of strength.
A certain kind of light that never shine on me. I want that light to be with you, to live with you. There's a way. Everybody say to each and every I ain't got you, if I ain't got you, my baby, you don't know what it's like. Maybe you don't know what it's like to love somebody, to love somebody the way that I love you. In my brain.
A little sugar allows, and so far one matter has been resolved, but so I guess I'm gonna have. There was supposed to be two guests before WhatsApp Doc, but Dr. Leacock is here, so let's value his time and say good morning, Doc. What's up, Doc? And how are you? All right, he's there, but we can't hear him. Is that
Yeah,
right?
can you hear me?
Yeah, I'm hearing you now. Yes.
Yeah, right. So I probably joined very late because the clock's gone back, which means that I should be tuning in an hour earlier rather than an hour later. And I don't have much this week. Just probably, well, I do, but I think joining late, we could just bring up on a few things, medical things. One is for people who are diabetic, who have to be taken using the glucose meter all the time, and pricking the fingers, and not many people like that to happen. There's now new products out which you can just put onto your finger, like meters, and they will give you a blood sugar reading, which is great
I
because
think I
it's.
saw. I think I saw one of those in action.
Mhm.
2 days ago. 2 days ago. Let me see. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. She's
Yeah, so you
smiling.
don't have to go and be buying this glucose strip all the time, which
Mm.
is like a monthly expense. If you just put out the outlay and buy the glucometer, I think one I see 24 pounds. I'm sure might be 24 US, which is what, $70. That's probably cheaper than you spend on buying the strips monthly. So that would greatly reduce your financial burden if you get the glucose. This is just the finger reader for you as a diabetic. Sometimes when we hear things happening in other places, we say it won't affect us. So they have this war going on in Gaza, yeah, and there's an outbreak of polio, and we might say, "Oh, it's Gaza, it's miles away, it won't affect us." But somebody only take somebody to be a carrier to move out from there, get rescued by somebody, end up on a plane, give somebody that, and the person ends up in St. Vincent, and you have polio in St. Vincent again. So I'm not sure if the health authorities are
And see,
like
and
step.
that is what I really admire about the
Mhm.
Obama administration. We were threatened with what was that thing that was coming out of Africa? What was it again?
Ebola.
Ebola. Yes, yes. And
Hmm.
there was a lid put on that like real fast.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
and
there was a lid
sometimes they
put on that
relax and so
real
forth.
fast. Yeah.
Because right now in Britain they're going through the COVID inquiry and they're looking at ways in which they could have responded and be different, and a lot of mistakes took place. The late Jerry Jordan, I had a discussion with him, and I'm waiting to see that come out. Where I think they were ventilating people. This is my belief, and I'm sure I'm going to be proved right. People are getting ventilated, and I'm sure a lot of people died because they were ventilated. And that ventilation probably wasn't the way to go. Now to stand
Explain
up,
ventilation for those who don't know,
to
including me.
put on a ventilator to allow you to breathe. Now,
Okay.
my reasoning behind that is not medical, it's just thinking clearly. COVID was something that was affecting your lungs, and your lungs are filling up with fluid, right? If you need a thin membrane between your lungs and the outside in order for you to breathe, and you're now going to put me on a ventilator, which is going to be forcing air into my lungs, etc., to try and breathe for me mechanically, I think that is more disruptive than helpful. Now, few examples: Boris Johnson got COVID and they didn't ventilate him, and I'm sure if they did, he might have gone through. This morning we have a guy who a woman, she's a GP, her husband almost was ventilated and she said no, and he's alive today. There's a guy in Africa, real great story in Southern Africa, who wasn't ventilating. He was actually using bronchoscopy, which is putting the tube down and sucking out the stuff, the thick mucin from his, and he had an almost 100% success in terms of his COVID victims. None of them died, as opposed to people who are being ventilated. Anyhow, so set that aside. Though I hope that we have learned lessons from things, and so we must be on our guard for that for public health. The third thing I want to discuss is the prostate awareness. So this morning on television, there was a chap who's on who one of his friends went on TV and was public about his prostate. and he went and got checked out, and in fact, he caught things all, and he's alive. And those of us who follow sport would have heard about the announcement about Chris Hoy, who was an Olympic medalist. He's actually Scottish, and he's 48 years old, so he's pretty young. And he has been given, and it's over 2 years now. He has been given a diagnosis of end stage for his prostate because it has spread to his bones, etc. So when it get to that stage, there's no coming back. So he is at that stage in terms of his prostate. So it's
Quick
basically
question.
reminded,
Quick question, Doc.
yeah.
Somebody
Hmm.
wants to know what's the name of the machine. The with the no pricking. What's somebody wants Carlisle? What's the name of that blood sugar machine?
It's not a machine. It's a finger. I'll put it back for you. It's the same thing that you use. It's called there's one called an oximeter,
Hmm.
right? A fingertip oximeter. You just buy it and you slip it onto your finger, and a light comes on, and it will read your. It will give you oxygen level and oxygen saturations. It's probably good for you to actually to see where your oxygen levels are. And for people who smoke, because smoking reduces the oxygen level and tension in your body. And in fact, if you're used to having a low oxygen tension and you go to hospital and they give you 100% oxygen, you can get killed by that. Oxygen can kill you because your body can't cope with the increased concentrations of oxygen that we give you. So
I
these are
think
things we.
that was part and
Mhm.
parcel with because my mother was very uncomfortable with the oxygen mask that they put in her when she passed away.
Yeah.
I think that is
So,
that
so I don't know if we are tuned into that thing. If you have chronic lung disease, it
mm,
means that you deal with less oxygen. Your body can't deal with more oxygen. So you have a low, what you call a low oxygen level and low oxygen tension. And some people might feel, oh, you're breathless. Let me give you 100% oxygen. Whereas it should probably give you 80% oxygen because if you give a too high a concentration, then you could actually kill that person. As human beings, it is not oxygen that causes us to breathe. Our stimulus to breathe comes from carbon dioxide. Yeah. So if somebody lose the carbon dioxide, so when you hyperventilate, for instance, and you breathe fast, what you just blow off all the carbon dioxide, and the more carbon dioxide you blow off, the more breathless you become, and you feel desperate and so forth. So that's why if you people who hyperventilate, they'll give you a paper bag and tell you put this paper bag over your face. And when you breathe into it, and then you breathe back, and you breathe back in your own carbon dioxide, and then you start feeling better after a while, and so forth. And you can have people who can be like that. You get in a state of panic, which I did a couple of weeks ago, and you start hyperventilating. And when you hyperventilate, you get into more trouble because you're blowing off all the carbon dioxide. So that's just another area that I wanted to tell you about. The other thing is personal, which I'll probably come and chat in a while from now. Um about um it is my personal grievances looking at the independence thing, and I really want
yeah.
to
What,
talk about that.
I don't know if you did you hear me when I spoke about the words Honorable Asher Morgan?
No.
You think that well I have a real problem with that with those words in combination.
Well,
Given the
but
history, given the history of two of those words, I have a problem with those three words in combination, incidents and grandees, and the impression that they will be making on our young children.
well, yes, but set that aside. The other things I
Mm,
want that really annoys me about the Independence Parade is the fact that you're taking a parade and it's having people up for hours to give what is called, I would call it, a State of the Nation address. That
mm.
to me, I keep saying that should happen the night before and not on the parade and so on. And it's
And
a shame.
the state of the
Yeah?
nation did not include crime at all.
No, nothing about crime. And it's a
Nothing about crime at all. It's like we in denial where that is concerned.
Well, I see my brother put up something there about saying that the government must give an explanation because they're being silent on it. But if you have an issue like that and you're being silent on it, you become part of the problem because you have not
Exactly.
provided solution. So the government is
Exactly.
complicit, right, and an ally of rising crime in the country because they're not saying anything about it and they're not doing anything about it. But people don't want to speak about these things.
It's like they
But let's go back.
practicing. It's
Yeah,
like they practicing learned helplessness.
you know. But let's go back to the independence, my observation with the independence parade, basically, yeah, which really is annoying because I've been doing this thing for years and it really annoys me. Um, of after 23 years, and we're 45 years independent, the only honors we could really say, mention about is culture ambassadors and sports officers. You have police officers in the crew that's standing up who've been in there for 40 years. You can't mention a national award for your most outstanding police officer. You have civil servants who work blindly, some of them who are blind followers of the ULP, right? Who you should say, let's honor so and so for the work they do in the civil service. After 45 years, to me, that is a crying shame. But then the other things happen to do with the parade itself, which comes from me personally, from my own military knowledge. So the official cars drive in and they drive into a big, massive crowd on the top road there. That road should be cleared if that is the road that we're using, right? And then for the prime minister who said that people are always going to kill him and murder him, etc., to alight in a crowd like that, to walk down the stairs, to me, that is a security risk to him. If he's serious about security, so to me, it's a laugh. Why can't the official cars drive down onto the parade in front of the days and alight there? Right? So the governor general should be the only one who should really be going on a days, not the prime minister, because she's the commander in chief of all the forces. The governor general alights, she goes on a days, takes the salute, and then she walks up to the pavilion, the tent that's covered there, where all the other serious officials are, which would be the prime minister and the commissioner of police. Why can't that happen? I don't understand that. The
Ladies and
second
gentlemen,
thing is,
just in case you're wondering where Alvin got all these ideas, he was a member of the St. Vincent Cadet Corps.
yeah.
Let me just explain that just in case nobody don't know.
I was
Go
not
ahead.
just only a member, I was a very senior member, and I was a regimental sergeant major. And I was probably one of the only persons who went to the drill book and the procedures manuals, etc., and read them and understood them and implemented a lot of things. I could tell you that, for instance, St. Vincent and the Grenadines Cadet Corps, right, started doing what is called the STAR system, right, of training, Army Proficiency STAR system. That was done by me. Everybody else was in what we call APC, Army Proficiency Certificate. I went and read all the manuals and we changed to the star system. We're the first country to change to the star system. When Barbados came and met us with the star system, we said, boy, you guys, we can't allow you guys to be ahead of us. We're going to change our system too. And then we had the regional cadet command and they start to change the whole system. So now we're into the star system. And having mentioned that, I want to say that we need to know change the way we train our cadets in the Caribbean because we have to train them for Caribbean purposes. So apart from the military things that we have, and I think we need to venture into things such as computer basics and literacy, etc., and so forth. And I can say to you, when I was the training officer for the Cadet Corps, there are a lot of girls who went into nursing because I brought somebody from the nursing department to speak to them about careers. So that a careers trained in training afternoon, and a police came, and a nurse came, and an engineer came, and every sort of it came and give talks to the cadets about different careers in life. And I could
Well,
call names,
let me not sit there
name
for too
names.
long. Remember, we're talking about the
Right?
parade as opposed to.
Yeah, so we're back on the parade, yeah? So that was in. The other thing is respect for the Governor General. So the Governor General is inspecting the troops, and you have an announcement in the back there about somebody lose the key and a motor car that block up the traffic outside. For crying out loud. You are on a national thing. It's all over the world. Think of how shameful that is. Right? That you
I
do this
wonder
without
why I didn't watch
and
it.
disrespectful it is.
I
I
wonder if
don't
it's
know.
because
I don't know.
I didn't think that
Right?
I was going to be impressed at all
and
that I
and
didn't watch
and
it.
and finally, my pet peeve. I'm a music person. I'm a military music person. And you have the Grenada Police Band there. You invite them. You have the St. Vincent Band and Cadet Band and so forth. And you have a really lovely display. I think the 45 was a nice display, the lights, etc. and so forth. But that could have been so much better enhanced if you had put the bands, the big marching bands in color as well. Light them up as well while you do your thing and so forth. And then when they march off after the 45, how more spectacular that would have been and so forth. You know. I don't understand what's going on in the country, but a lot of things are just lapse. And then you have a photographer. There's a military national parade running through the ranks, taking pictures, etc. And so that never used to happen. Your father days when he was there as the drill master, etc., would have never allowed that. And my uncle would not have allowed that. Sister Scott. And Phipps wouldn't allow that because he was another man like that. Serious like thing. And Douglas. There's another Douglas there, probably your relationship.
Leon, yes, Leon,
Leon, they
yes.
would not allow that. You can't come on to a national parade, etc., and be walking just there taking pictures. That is out of the question. We have drones now. Use your drones for that purpose if you want to take pictures of the ranks, etc., and use stills, etc., and so forth. I find that really ridiculous. But that is even worse when it comes to Remembrance Sunday. Remembrance Sunday, which is supposed to be a really reverent and somber parade, you have people walking through the ranks in and out and so forth. It is ridiculous. We have no standards. We have everything is just melted away. into oblivion. So those are
Well,
my
that's
basic.
what it seems like when the police commissioner in his independence message will be talking about climate change.
But he totally off score. And again, the orders given by the police commandant at the parade, he need to go and either need to do some sort of training and thing and so forth. Because to me, like he was running out of breath when he give the executive command, right? So you have precautionary, which is tell you get ready, then cautionary, we in between, and then the executive command. And if you listen back to that, when he gives out the executive command, he's like he's running out of breath. Standard is. That should be a crescendo. Standard is you go up because that's the executive. You're telling the people, be aware. And finally, there is no need at all when the troops changing from slow march to quick march to give an order to break into quick time. Because you use the instruments, you have the bass drum on the side there. All you have to do is give a double beat, boom, boom, and you go straight from that into quick time. That
I
up,
remember that
right?
might have
So
been what you would do, but they did it their way.
but that is what it needed to do. You don't give no order in the middle of a march pass at all. It don't
Lord.
happen.
All right.
Doesn't happen.
Before you run out of breath, let me hear what Mark have to say. Mark, how you doing? Is Mark there? I thought Mark was in. All right, Mark, like he slipped away. Yes. All right. Well,
Yeah,
sorry about that.
yeah.
Sorry about
Sorry
that.
for my rant, but I, I,
Mhm.
I really, and people must remember, in the old days we didn't have social media. You have a camera on top of you. When you fidget and you move, etc., and a camera is zooming upon you, it looks rotten. You have to stay still. You can't turn wrong and giggle and faddle and so forth because the camera picks you up and that goes throughout the rest of the world. That is really bad. You have to be very mindful of that. Your errors have been exaggerated. Even your uniform. If a camera zoom between you and another person, me in the naked eye, any human being will see, well, this one ain't really dressed as the same like the other one. We have to be careful about these things now that we are global in that way.
I hear you. All right. Still, Mark is still out. Doug and Dougie is also out. Boy, plus two guests. I had two scheduled guests this morning and shake up the program, and no, we're shaking and not stirred. We shaking and stirring at the same time. But
But
like
but
I
if you
said,
want to go back to something medical, we can.
hmm.
It's up to you.
Well, there's always the news items, boy. I so much I so much was trying to get our police commissioner, not the police, the ASP in charge of traffic, and I would have reached out to him since early in October, and
Mm-hmm.
several times I actually sent him a couple of videos to enhance what my concerns were, you know, and in a lot of ways, I get doors closed in my face, you
Yeah.
know, when I mention the name Nice Radio, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And all right, we got
Which is
somebody on the line.
sad.
We got somebody on the line.
Mm.
Nice Radio. Good morning, your life.
Good morning, Carlisle.
Hey, good morning, Millicent. How you doing?
Um, Not too good. I didn't sleep all night. Never mind.
Yes, yes.
I just want to speak to the doctor for a minute.
Sure, go ahead. Go ahead, go ahead.
Go ahead. Good morning, doctor. How are you?
I'm fine, Millie. I'm gonna have to send you a consultation bill for your Saturday consultations.
That's all right.
Mm-hmm.
I heard you talking about diabetic and whatnot. Do you
Mm-hmm.
know about the Ozempic injection they're giving now?
Yes. So
Well, when you have,
Ozempic,
I would like you
yeah.
to tell us something about that.
So Ozempic is a drug that you take now, right? And what it does, it reduces your appetite.
Hmm.
So you don't eat as much. And because you don't eat as much, you shed weight. And because you shed weight, your glucose control becomes better. But you can't just take it just like that because it has some terrible side effects, especially on your stomach. And you
I
should
know.
really get it prescribed by a doctor, right? Okay, so the thing is, we realize that you can actually reduce diabetes actually. So people are really, really massively overweight and obese. Diabetes have several ways of having diabetes. If your cause is some because it's a metabolic disease and because you're obese and so forth, and the glucose metabolism goes up because of that. If you reduce that and you get rid of all the fat and you come down to a certain lean level, and you change your diet and you exercise, you can actually reverse your diabetes and come off all of these medications that we take, including insulin. So that's the purpose of the Ozempic. But a lot of the Hollywood stars are using it to lose weight, and some of them are getting into trouble, and some of them look absolutely ghastly, very gaunt, and so forth. But maybe that's the way of the world where people want to be on show.
Well, my doctor put me in it, and I'm having very bad problems.
Well, what are the
My
problems you're having?
Monday, I cried all day because my sugar dropped to like 50, 60, and they did, 50, 60, 70. It was not even going
Mm.
to 80, so I had to call the,
But
call
but
it there.
what you having side effects? You say your sugar drop. Is that because you're monitoring it and it's dropping, or you're having symptoms? Are
I
you
am
feeling?
monitoring it.
But
I
are
have
you
the
feeling
thing on my
lightheaded
arm.
and dizzy and sweating and weak and so forth
No,
because of
no, I
that?
didn't. The thing is, I had no signs of hypoglycemia.
Well, if you don't have any signs, don't worry, because the purpose of it is for your sugar to come down. If you become
Oh.
symptomatic, that's a different story.
Well, I called them and they told me,
Mm,
well, they
mm,
wanted me to come, but I'm down here. And
mm.
they told me I was taking 70, 40, 40 in the morning and 30 in the evening of
Yeah,
NPH.
insulin.
And,
Mm,
and they told me to go to 15.
mm,
Now, yesterday, for whatever reason, my appetite has been low for a long time.
mm,
I don't know if I'm losing weight. I don't think so. But
mm,
anyhow, what happened is that I didn't eat that much because I didn't eat
mm.
anything in between. I had an appointment in the morning. I went, I came back, and I was outside almost all day. And
Yeah.
I walk only 5 laps. I usually do two.
Mm,
One lap. I usually do laps of 5 on my porch. But I
mm.
didn't do that. I did one. Then after
Right.
the afternoon, the sugar started going up, and it was all over 300. My sugar never to over 300 yet.
But
So
that's not because of the Ozempic. So what did you have? So Billy, your
I
blood
didn't eat
sugar will
much.
yeah, your blood sugar will not be stable, will not be the same level throughout the entire day. It will never,
Mm.
ever, ever be. Right?
Yeah.
Okay? The best time to check your blood sugar is after you've had a meal, like 2 hours after you've had a meal, because that's when you pour out your insulin and you deal with the meals and you deal with the glucose, etc. So you have a breakfast, 2 hours after that, you check. People
Mm.
normally tell you check in the morning when you're fasting. Remember, you have your own hormones in your body that tend to make your blood sugar rise. Because your blood sugar is rising in the morning in order to give you the energy to be able to get up and be out and about and do things. So that's the importance. So that's your body doing that, driving it, and so forth. And again, let me just go back quickly to the parade because they've moved the parade to the afternoons. But if you look at human beings, the reason why we put the parade for in the morning is very because of that. It's physiological. In the morning, you have the energy that could drive you. 2 o'clock in the afternoon, your cortisol levels, which is your normal hormones that you have in your body that should give you energy, is at its lowest. That's why we tend to feel sleepy in the afternoon, right? After you've eaten, because our cortisol, our natural driving forces, is at its lowest, and then it starts going up on the peaks about midnight, and then it comes down again in the morning. So that's the reason why they put people soldiers to stand in the morning, not in the afternoon. So it sounds like a brilliant idea, and I hear them say they're going to do it in the afternoon from now on, but I think it's a bad idea because of human beings. The thing is not to have people standing for so long, because when you stand for so long, your blood pools in your foot and your lower part of your body don't get up to your head, you lose oxygen and you faint.
And
It's
your
as
feet
simple as that.
get swollen.
Yeah? All
I say
right?
your feet get swollen.
Yes,
Mm.
you got swollen feet. So that's it. So the thing with your blood sugar, let's go back to now on your diabetes. So
Mm.
if you're monitoring, you have the low levels, which called hypo levels. And if you have a hypo, you probably have a sweet or a mint that will just take you over that for a little while. And then you tailor your insulin in the afternoon, right? But if you're not having symptoms and so forth, and the other thing, don't get too obsessed with looking at your blood sugar because it will drive you crazy. You will never rest.
But the
You
monitor
know.
keep going off every few minutes. Last night I didn't sleep.
Well, so do you have one of those things that's on your skin then?
Yeah. Right
Oh
now it's
right.
151, but it was up in the 300,
Okay.
up to 307.
Right.
I never got to 300 in all my life.
Yeah, but you have taken your medic as long as you take your medication, allow the medication to work and so forth, and that's working in tandem with your own natural hormones and so forth. So I wouldn't worry. If they go hyper, no, in the UK hyper is over 7. But I think in 7 you have to multiply it's 140, I think it would be in our currency in Finland because we're still in the old system. Whereas
But
they
you
moved
mean
to a new
the
system
A1C?
in. Huh?
The
No, not
A1C?
A1C. No, your blood glucose level, right?
Uh-huh.
We deal with millimoles here, but I think we deal with milligrams in the Caribbean still. We haven't
Milligram per,
switched over.
milligram per deciliter in this
Yes.
on this.
So 140 I think is the cutoff for
Well, this one, the
hyper,
one I have, once
right?
you reach
And
250, it cuts off, and it just keeps
yeah,
going up. You don't see that graph anymore.
yeah. Okay. Right. So that would be the case. And hypo would be below 4.5. And if you multiply that by 20, so 80, 90 would be hypo. So if it's running below 90 and about 140, then you probably need to worry. Yeah.
Oh, Lord.
Okay.
Okay, well, I have a meeting with them on Thursday at 8:40 on
Yeah.
Zoom, so I see
Yeah,
what
but but
is
be, but be, ca- but be careful chasing after your blood sugar because you will never rest. That will say you crazy. Now I say that because I deal with my own personal experience. I am diabetic myself, and I got into the habit as a doctor starting. Every minute I was looking at it and so forth. And then when I went back to the bosses and so forth, and I manage people with diabetes, they say to me, Alwyn, if you do that, you won't live much longer. You go absolutely mad and crazy because
Oh
you'll
my
be chasing
goodness.
after it, right? Okay.
So are you on
Deal.
Ozempic?
I am on something else called Trulicity, which
Because
just
they
caused
said
me to lose a lot of weight.
you're
But it has,
taking that once a week, and I'm taking point 0.5 once a week.
I am Trulicity, yeah, where I take it on Mondays, every
I
Monday,
take mine on
and
Friday.
so on. But that
Mm.
makes me very. Now I have like when I fatty things frying, I feel sick. My stomach fills up very quickly. Last night I went out and had a meal that was too much, and I came home and everything came right back up. All that's effects of the drugs and so forth. It tells me don't go out and binge eat or anything else and so forth. What I do find is that sometimes I have really awful sugar cravings. And I have to admit that when I have sugar cravings, I reach out for sugar. Right? I've always had a sort of sweet tooth thing. But life is your actions have consequences. If I'm going to do that, I have to be prepared to live with the consequences that I am not following the rules
Mhm.
and strictest. If I just do a half an hour exercise every day, and the only half an hour you need, walking the mile is half an hour.
Mhm.
1 mile, you go walk 1 mile, go and 1 mile come back, that's an hour. That's enough to take care of the excess probably sugars that we take on sometimes, but sometimes we don't do that at all. And it brings me to the other point. Oh, diabetes is associated with a lot of amputations, etc. Too many of us when we're diabetic, we lose our leg and then we can't walk after that. Now that's the worst thing that you could get into.
I
Because
know.
immobility is going to cause your sugar to go up, so you'll have difficulty controlling your sugar. Immobility will cause you to increase weight, and if you increase weight and increase in your fat cells, then you're going to have difficulty completing your diabetes. Immobility is going to affect your bowels, where you feel like always constipated because you're lying down all the time. Immobility would lead to pressure sores. Pressure sores are deadly. When you see a pressure sore on your back and you see a little dot like a 5 cents piece, underneath that you have a tunnel.
I know.
You should know that as a nurse. And
I
under
know.
that tunnel is breaking down tissue that is nutritious for bacteria, etc. and so forth. So you start feeling sick, and within hours you're a dead person. Yes? Because of sepsis. Become septic very easily. So I'm
Yeah, I
saying to people
know.
who are diabetic, get up and move around and do things for yourself and don't lie down in bed all these hands and foot to you because you're diabetic and you lost your foot or whatever the case may be. Right? There's a man here who was in parliament. He lost both of his legs because of septicemia. Different story altogether. He got two artificial legs, and within months he was standing up in Parliament. He had a big round innovation. He went to Parliament walking on his artificial limbs. Too often in Simmons, we have this tendency that when we get ill, that we ain't supposed to walk anymore. And the worst thing that could happen to you is to say that you won't want to
Yeah.
walk anymore. Yeah?
Because
Just up and move
I'm
and be
cutting
about.
out. My
You know?
mother spent 2 weeks in hospital, and she came out. She was much. She probably was over 300 pounds, and she
Yeah.
had a big bed sore. And I nursed her, had people looking after her for 8 years. She never had a bed sore, and she took up got a hospital bed, but she took up the whole bed, but she never got a bed sore, and she couldn't move her legs
Yeah.
because she
So
had
that
problem with the leg. She never got a bed sore.
and that is something I don't want to
It's
go back. I had my,
the
my
type
mother
of
was
nursing you
97.
get.
My mother was 97 and she was blind. You know what conversation she used to have with me? Oh, I wish I could get my sight and be strong enough to go down and walk and look after myself and not give you all any worries. God, I loved her for that. You know?
Mm-hmm.
I literally had to say to my mom, you need to stop doing certain things. Now let us do it for you because she was forgetting things, etc. and so forth. I loved her for that. Always want to be up and about, my mom. You
I
know?
love my independence, so I
Yes.
try.
So, but we need to that being mobile and up and about helps you in terms of your
Yeah, I
diet, in
know.
terms of your bowels. You know, you can't speak for less. Too many people are, I can't do anything for myself. We want people with hands and foot, and it is the most dangerous thing that you can do. And you're hastening your own death when you do that.
Yeah.
Right,
Okay.
Mary?
Mm.
Thanks,
Yeah.
thanks, thanks. Thanks, Mary.
Okay, all
Take care,
right.
bye.
Thank
Yeah, good morning, Mr. Doug King Howard. How are you, sir?
I am good, but the good morning, good morning.
Let me share. Yeah, good morning. Let me share with the nation a little funny thing that happened on my birthday. As everybody know, I work odd hours in the morning. I think I started working about maybe 1 or 2 that particular morning. But come 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, I go and take a nap. I'm taking a nap and I'm hearing hello, 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 good morning. I come outside, I look, somebody's at the gate. I'm here to spend the day with you. So I'm thinking one of you guys are playing a prank on me. You know, immediately I started calling Dougie, but then a call came in from somebody at Nice Radio. But I went onto the gate and opened the gate. And somebody's playing a prank on me. This is a very attractive young lady. She's smiling and everything. And I asked her what company sent her, and she said she was sent from Allied. No, Allied Security is a past customer of mine, and we maintain, good relations. I asked, who from Allied send you? Miss Sargent. Miss Sargent is the CEO of Allied Security, but it wasn't Allied Security that she was from. She was from Allied Healthcare, looking for the person. Because she came in and she says, "Here's your chicken," and gave me a bag with chicken. And I met my chicken. I went in the kitchen and put the chicken in the fridge and came outside. I said, "Listen, you need to call the company to understand exactly what's going on here because I believe you have the wrong house." You know, when she called the company, it was a gentleman across the street. But
And
we
you
had
don't put the man chicken in the fridge.
no, I give them back the chicken. Yeah. you know, that was I could have swear that sounded like something like Dougie would have done. Because I remember one time. We were on grammar school playing field, and I ran into an old friend, and we sat on the grass, just having a conversation. And Dougie up and took a picture of it, like it's the first time he see me, that close with a female or whatever, So I thought it was him, you know, playing a prank on me or whatever, and not to mention she was smiling all the time, like she was up with the prank as well, But you know, it's just a little light. Mac, you there? I hear Mac laugh. How you doing?
No, well, first of all, good morning to everybody. I hope everybody's
Mm.
having a wonderful and blessed weekend. I'm not in the best of moods today
Oh wow.
because today is the funeral for my auntie Joy.
Okay.
Um, so it's going to be this afternoon. So I joined because I just wanted to, well, partly because I wanted to be here with you guys, and partly because I wanted to distract myself from, you know,
Yes,
finally saying goodbye.
I can
So
imagine. I can imagine.
yeah, yeah. But belated happy birthday to you, Carl. And
Mm.
I only wish that that surprise had materialized in a better way for you.
No. To me,
But all in good fun. All in good fun.
it was a blast. For some reason, this mic is acting a fool now. Yeah, to me, it was a blast. It was a birthday to remember, and
Mm,
she was actually enjoying enjoying
mm,
enjoying the mistake, enjoying the moment. At
yeah.
first
Yeah.
I wasn't so happy because I had just gone to probably just tuning in to get my little mid morning nap. You know,
Mm, mm,
Here
mm,
it comes, Doug
mm,
Howard. Yes.
mm,
Oh Lordy, yes, sir. So,
mm.
how was your independence, Doug? Doug, can you hear me, Doug? All right,
I
maybe
think he
not.
probably
Maybe
stepped
not.
away. Yeah.
Well, he's sitting there, but maybe something is wrong. I think he's going out to come back.
Mm,
All right. Yep.
mm,
So, did you, Mark?
mm.
Demonstration as to how you do things. I remember that. Unless Doug is ready now. Doug, can you hear me?
I'm hearing you now.
Yeah.
Okay, Doc.
How was your independence, Doug?
Okay. Well, I am on Sunday morning. I follow my my crew, which is the Malo Schoolboy Walk. I follow them
Mm,
to a certain degree because they walk from Kingston Anglican School in the area there to Richmond.
Oh wow.
So
What?
And back?
Mm.
no, they didn't. They something come and pick them up.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
It's
So
very
that
yeah.
that is what that excites me to see them guys,
Mm,
Malo and them walk, and my brother and all them walk. So I was kind of following them, and they break.
Mm,
I follow. So
mm.
that's in the morning. I think they leave at 4:30, and the last one who made it walking 100% of the way, reaching at about 10.
mm,
Them
Mm.
guys is good.
All right.
mm.
Anyway, so that was my morning thing, and then I listened to the as usual program. Uh, I
You can make mention issue at hand, where they don't talk about any issues at all.
Mm.
right.
Issue at hand, yes.
That's a misnomer if ever there's one.
Mm.
I listened to that program.
Kiss you in the hand.
I listened to that program because I listen every Saturday and
Every Sunday night, yeah.
every Sunday, sorry, and it was hosted by my one of the best hosts, I think, Joel Providence. I think he did a wonderful job hosting the program, and he did very well, and I was very happy. I was very happy how he did that program. I think I think it was, to me, it was really a step above the rest how he host that program. So I'm just saying that's how my most of my days spent, and then I start to look at the match pass in the night. I look at some of it, and then when the nonsense start, I turn off. That was my independent day, Sunday.
Mm.
Mm.
I was following my brother and then they walk about 7 miles on Monday. And then I get a thing with an accident in
In Calgary.
California.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
I
saw that.
actually know that person. It's getting really sad. And which is why, Doug. I guess you guys would have gotten upset with me in the chat where I want, but it's not me alone. Here's the front page of the news. Here's the front page of the news. Where it is, Church more concerned with political mileage. and it reads partially. Reverend Millet said that God has called the church as his servant, but the church in St. Vincent and the Grenadines is unfaithful, rebellious, and an unfaithful, rebellious, and disobedient servant. You know, and she, it's almost like she's making the same analogy that I'm making. You can't necessarily take things for granted. I give you the perfect analogy. One time, my dad and I and my sisters and my mom went to King's Plaza. And we went to, I don't know if I told you guys this before because I told a couple people. We went to a photo studio. And in the photo studio, there was a German camera called a Hasselblad. Huge, huge Hasselblad camera, with a flash mounted on it. But right under the Hasselblad, there was a little Sony. And the flash was mounted on the Hasselblad, but there was a trigger, a little push button thing.
Yeah.
That you use for photography. That way you don't shake the camera. I noticed it was attached to the Sony and not the Hasselblad. So I nudged Dad. I said, Dad, you see that? He goes, what? I says, that Hasselblad is not working. They're using the Sony. And that's so to me, in a lot of ways, that is what is happening here and now. To
Yeah.
me, a lot of energies, efforts, and finances are spent on images rather than actual thing. And we're being fooled. We're being
Yeah.
fooled.
But,
Hasselblad in the room, it seems like that we're doing well because we're spending all this money on celebrations and what's not and what have you. But
Well, the Wizard of Oz turned out not to be a really real wizard after all, in the end, right?
Illusion.
Sorry, dog. Yep, it was an illusion. Yep.
yeah, but what bothers me the most, Carlisle, what bothers me the most is that I look at the video with the man who got knocked down in Calico, and it bothering me up to this minute of this day, because by the grace of God, there go you or I or any one of us.
Yeah, on the sidewalk.
I could have been running that morning.
It's not that he was crossing the street carelessly.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Carlisle, I could have been running that morning. And that is one of the things I fear when I'm in St. Vincent, because I do a lot of, me, Carlisle. I travel by foot. I do a lot of walking. I do a lot of running when I'm in St. Vincent. No, I do it anyway, but I just talking about when I'm home. And one of the things I like in St. Vincent is we drive on the left-hand side of the street. So I like to run on the left-hand side so I see the traffic that is approaching me in case I had to jump over a wall, jump in a gutter, jump down a bank.
Right.
Right? But in this young man case crossing that place, and I saw his legs, and it still gave me chills in my bones because, and then I find out that the story that I first hear put out by social media, TikTok and Facebook and stuff like that. That story, I believe, and then I come to find out it is not true. That story is not true. Now, I'm not gonna stress nothing, but up to now, that happened on Monday, Carlisle. The day we celebrate independent. The official celebration was Sunday, but Monday is the given holiday, and people doing a lot of things. And I heard about these cars racing and knock this guy down and break his leg, eventually killing the young man. And come to find out, there was no race. It was no race. And the police, right now, the police has a thing out that they are investigating. They ask the public to come out and help. Who see anything, come out and say something. But the police know who knocked down. The police know which car break up the guy.
So what they want to do, make sure the public don't know. Is that what they're saying? So that's we ask the public to come forward, and nobody can come forward, so we can't solve the case.
But let me tell you something.
I all in want to know. I wonder what they're doing about Layu.
Let me ask you
because that Tisha Road thing, the two incidents in Tisha Road still didn't get a press release.
In the public yet.
Yeah.
But listen with this one here in Calico on Monday with that guy who lost his life, right? Now, let me give you a good example, right? When 2015 election and they kill
Edgar Cruikshank.
And damage a lot of other people. Nothing come of that up to this day. Nobody ever pay a penalty for that. And that was referred to as a genuine accident, quote unquote. Now, this case in Calico happened Monday. Today's Saturday. And it happened on our 45th day of independence. And up to today, the police, who is less than 150 feet, the police station, which is less than 150 feet away from the accident, they cannot come and tell us nothing about the accident. They should have been one of the first people on the scene because they was one of the closest people to the accident, the police station and the people who works there. But you know, they ain't gonna tell you. This is an in-house situation that they're trying to cover up with a young man.
Oh boy. I know. But you know, it sounds bad. It sounds bad. It sounds bad as a nation. You hear?
That's why you ain't got no police release. And this is the problem with crime, causes of crime, and you have people who walking around St. Vincent feel can't get no justice, and some of them go to the extreme looking for vigilante justice. And because this is a classic case. This is a classic case that it happened less than 150 feet from the police station. And the police is asking the public, Carlisle, listen to this. It happened outside your door. And you asking the public for help. And it happened outside your door. I mean, could you understand that, guys?
Yeah, but maybe they're looking for independent corroboration. I don't know.
But one of the things we don't have in the country, though, is that we don't have any secure spaces for people to walk.
Oh,
I mean,
you need to see
public should have
you need to see
Yeah.
that
is a particular concern to me too. Yeah.
We don't have, and the public should be protected. You have a right to walk. Cars and all the other things that came after human beings are secondary. But we don't have any protected walking spaces. And this is something that this goes back to all our governments from time way back. We focusing on getting more vehicles, etc., not thinking, well, if we're bringing in more vehicles, you got to institute laws, etc., to protect the public. And you have to have public right of ways.
Doc, hold up on this one. This one is a classic case because this is one of the very few places in St. Vincent and the Grenadines
That has
with a
sidewalk.
sidewalk on both
Ah.
sides of the road.
Mm.
You're
So
right.
Doug, where was he hit? Was he hit on the sidewalk?
Yes, yes.
Mm.
The car leave the road and went onto the sidewalk.
But then
Yes.
it begs the
So,
question, right,
so
gentlemen?
this is a classic case. This is one of the very few places in St. Vincent and the Grenadines outside of Kingston that have sidewalk on both sides of the street. It was crossing the bridge, the Calico River Bridge there, the first big bridge by where my brother had his business, Howard Marine. It right there. So it have sidewalks on both sides of the city. Morning, boss.
Morning.
Yeah,
But
man.
it begs the question, right?
Mm-hmm.
Here is the police. Here the police. They are seeking the public's help.
Mm-hmm.
It goes back to something that I heard. I think it was Jomo Thomas said months and months and months ago. That in all the years that he's been practicing law in St. Vincent and the Grenadines, very rarely has the police depended on scientific evidence to convict someone rather than eyewitness evidence. And we all know that eyewitness evidence is notoriously unreliable. But let's come back to this issue.
Alvin, you're leaking audio. Something coming through your microphone.
You're telling me they can't solve or make inroads into this accident, investigating this accident based on science alone. Look at the skid marks. Look at where the vehicle is. Look at where the guy's body landed. Look at the speedometer of the car to at least get a sense. If the car is one of those modern cars,
Look at the words Honorable Ashel Morgan and understand.
but that is something that is seriously lacking in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. The police need to be equipped, especially I don't know if it's the traffic department who's going to investigate it.
Yeah.
And here's another
Yeah.
question: when is the last time somebody has been charged with vehicular manslaughter or vehicular homicide in St.
I
Vincent
don't
and the
think we have
Well, could I
Grenadines?
speak? Could
ever
I
been
speak?
charged.
Could I
Let
speak?
Dougie
In
talk.
prison.
No, could I speak? Could I speak on this matter?
Hey, Dougie. Good morning.
Good morning, guys. Morning, people. I want to speak on that matter since you raise it, Alwyn. Pepsi.
I raise it, Dougie. I raise it.
Yeah, no. Since Alwyn raised, has anybody been charged?
Uh-huh.
You know, I was in the States, and Pepsi, who worked with me off and on as a driver.
Oh, I remember that.
His name was Williams, Douglas Williams. He was driving through Barley. There was an event, and he drove to the event, and a person who probably didn't have all the faculties street. And I think he was driving a bit too fast, considering, but he was trying to reach North Leeward. And this person ran across the road between two sets of traffic and got hit and killed. He was arrested, thrown in jail, came out on bail. Case was going on for quite some time. And the police, the matter went to court. The first judge, and I'm not going to call no name, the first judge spoke. I was there every step of the way. I went to almost every court hearing. Kibaka started to represent him, and she gave up the case, and Mr. Blazer's brother took up the case as a court-appointed lawyer. They reached to the point where he pleaded guilty because the accident took place, right? And he was urged to plead guilty instead of wasting the first judge dealing with the case asked the prosecutor, the person who was prosecuted, and the Attorney General office. They put, please to research some case, because she asked Pepsi, what is his biggest fear? And he said, I'm not a criminal. I never steal. I never do anything wrong. I never did anything wrong. And now I got into this accident. My fear is going to jail. And she asked that this thing be done to look at a non-custodial sentence.
Mm.
And she went to, she asked them, she was waiting on the mental health report, which was slow in coming because you don't have any psychiatrists over there, and you know, and it was very slow in coming. In that same time, that judge was removed, and another judge came from one of the other islands, I won't call the island, and the matter was presented to him and said, listen, this is where the case has reached, and it's time for sentencing, but this is what was done. He ignored all of that, even considering that Pepsi ended up in the hospital 5 times before during his case hearings because he was a nervous wreck.
Yeah, I remember.
Nothing of the sort was taken into consideration for a man who never committed a crime. Never committed a crime. Not in an accident. That is not an accident that... It was a situation where you had 2 vehicles parked on either side of the road. There was an event and somebody ran across the road. The first judge took all of that into consideration, even though the accident took place, and was asking them to research cases of this nature to get a non-custodial center.
Mm-hmm.
Other judge came and would ignore everything that took place and put Pepsi in jail. Pepsi grieved to death and died in jail.
Yep.
Up to date, my heart burned me.
Wow.
That a judge could be so cool. But they will let out all kinds of people who do all kinds of things. And people in political positions who do nasty, worthless behavior and do a lot of things.
Real criminal.
He's a man who had never committed a crime.
Real criminals.
And a genuine accident. A genuine accident. And he died in jail. He died in jail because there was no mercy.
Because
I didn't know all these details about Pepsi.
We saw when
Doggy.
the accident,
Doggy,
not the accident, the killing of Cruikshank. Don't want to
I thought about that too.
And as soon as that happened, Julian Francis and the ULP get up and say, that was a genuine accident. All you remember that?
Of course.
But Dougie, look, let's juxtapose the
like
two incidents. Hey, hello? Hello?
Yeah, go ahead, Mac. Mac, I can hear you.
Oh.
Dougie, can you hear Mac?
I'm not hearing anybody at all. So.
Oh, he's
right,
I think Dougie's having some.
You need to go and come, Dougie.
Dougie ain't hearing nobody?
That's what he said.
Nah, that's what he's saying.
All right, that happened to me as well the other night in sports nights. Dougie, you need to. Let me try and send him a message.
Okay.
Yeah.
But let me just.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Let me just say, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, I was trying to get to Dougie to tell Dougie that Dougie said that Pepsi, what was his biggest fear? And he explained to them his biggest fear was going to jail. And
I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened to me where I dropped out.
Okay, yeah, we was hearing you all the time, but you wasn't hearing us.
You weren't
hearing us. I was hearing you. Okay, so you heard all that I had to say.
Yeah.
Yes.
So I was saying, Dougie, I was just saying that I was telling you, hold a minute, but you go on. But what I was saying is that what you said, that Pepsi biggest fear was going to jail, and then because of the accident, which is a genuine accident that people running cross the street, and and people do that all the time in St. Vincent, and some of them do it recklessly and looking at you like if you is wrong and stuff like that. They don't understand a vehicle. You mash the brakes might fall.
Sometimes brakes don't always work.
People don't understand these consequences when they do these things, but they figure they could go cross the street and they have right. Not that the driver have a right to do like some of them van drivers I saw between 2 o'clock and 4 o'clock this morning. I'm on TikTok looking at some stuff in St. Vincent with van drivers, some of the ignorance they got on there. I ain't talking about those kind of driving. I'm talking about people who is law abiding in the traffic of St. Vincent and the Grenadines. But they put Pepsi in jail. His biggest fare, and he go to jail because that was his biggest fare. And he wasn't there for no long period of time, but because of that custodial sentence, it cost him his life. And when Pepsi died, I was in St. Vincent, and Dougie went to the funeral. I had to do something else that day. I think it was a Saturday. I'm not 100% sure. Yeah, it was a Saturday. And that thing bothered my mind ever since, Dougie. It bothered my mind. I don't say it to everybody, but it bothered my mind.
All right, we got somebody on the line. Stick up in. We got somebody on the line. Nice radio. Good afternoon. You're live.
Good morning, Brother Carlisle.
Hey, Mr. Hazelwood. How you doing?
Good morning, all my gentlemen.
Yes.
Good morning, Mr.
Don't forget
Hazelwood.
our roads lead to Lay Soccer Field tomorrow for the
No,
Williams.
it's not on.
We're not gonna roll for them big
It's not
pepper
on.
park.
It canceled?
They want to take them
postponed to the
them
10th.
apart. Family
They move it to the tent now? Okay, I didn't know that. Yeah. Go ahead.
Brother Douglas, what essentially what people them, especially people from Barry, was saying, the little guy will get dead. The child will get dead. He had a disability. Right? And the grandmother did have him in the hand holding. And they say pull away out the grandmother hand and run across the road. That's how he struck. But the same time he run across the truck, pick him up.
It wasn't a truck, it was a
But
jeep.
I said the little child didn't right in the head.
Yeah.
That was the talk since Layu and Barry. So I just called to comment on that. Pull out the grandmother hand.
And that judge still put Pepsi in jail. It was a genuine accident. Still put him in jail.
But let me ask something now. I heard about this young man who get knocked down in Calico off the bridge. Calico is a place all time a people on the road. Never out a people on the road. The police station is not too far away from this. And you want to tell me a person got knocked down a fella off the road, kill him dead, and he could drive away, and nobody know who? You could tell me that in this time of the technology we are going in the world today? Yeah? People were telling me Calico Bridge, and the road there, and they must know who the person is, and the police know, I believe the police know, because once you could hear a lash, the police where they say, could hear the vibration of the lash, like anybody get knocked down now. The distance is there from the bridge. If anybody gets hit with a vehicle, the police and administration must hear. And if you get a vibration, somebody, a policeman must run out in your bush, you will go down. You go tell me.
Hello?
And I'm going to hit the man, kill him dead, and then nobody in Calico. And he will cancel XYZ. The heart will believe. And the telling people they must come give information. Nobody gonna get information on this. Just fighting for their life. So they go keep the peace. Sometimes even though you give the politician the information, the people them know who give information, who cardiac. You think a lot of them crime people don't know, but they afraid. They afraid to give information to they afraid of their life.
Hello.
Now just a couple. You're talking about them big truck.
Yeah, Alwyn.
That's all right. Just a big scanner.
Yeah, one breakdown did the other day. You know about
One
that?
big truck breakdown right in the road.
And block the
That
whole
the
road.
whole road. Nobody, no truck, no
The
vehicle
whole
come
of
down.
the
Go.
block off the whole of the road. Everybody had to go. Everybody had to go the back
Everybody,
road.
but even if we had the road to go by school road, where Pride go?
I have no idea. Probably go.
Pride pass.
They probably had to go through Jackson Bay. You know.
And that's the big from over well in the road before they could have clear road.
They're why the issues
Right
here.
from the Abutan and go up back.
You know, and it was funny because nature had addressed the same thing at the political meeting the day before. Nature had addressed that the NDP plan, part of the NDP
The
plan,
Vermont to Lay Road.
yeah, between Layu and Vermont, you know, and there it is. The truck broke down in the middle of Alex
We
Corner.
ain't had no road. But I call it when you hear them truck they sailing up road or sailing down now. You got a thing where they put over a hole in the road. Where the guy like cable and wire that's thing on the road.
Manhole cover.
And you hear them that kick up this like a kick up genie when you hear them big truck pass for me. It's very nice. There's no there's a breakdown.
Could I say something?
Yeah, Mr. Hazelwood, hold a second, please. Yeah, Dr. Leacock, go ahead.
When last have we seen speed limit sign on any road in St. Vincent? Now I say this, there are wider issues here. I know the guy got knocked down on the bridge, but should we not be looking into things such as putting rails on the bridge so even though you run off the road, you hit the rail and you hit the post? I remember a young man pick up a lady from up in, a young girl from up in Sharps up there, trying not to Georgetown and go over the bank there when you're going just after you pass the with the bank is Sanssouci there. That corner going on where I think they have the Methodist man's, right? And we have never put up a restraining wall there. And
Hey, hold a second, Mr. Hazelwood.
Let me listen from the radio. Let me put down and listen from the radio.
All right, okay then, take care. Thanks
Right.
for calling.
Okay. So we're talking about countries and their development, but we have governments who are not looking into these issues. We're building a big port and spending millions, but little things to protect the people are not being put into place. There are uneven cambers on some of the street where you should be putting in arrows to say going around this corner. Nobody should be driving through a town, Caliqua, Bible, etc., at greater than 20 miles an hour. And the science is there. If you knock down somebody going at 30 miles an hour, you're likely to kill them.
I don't know. The
You're
speed
likely
limit,
to kill them.
in Kingstown, as far as I remember, is 15 miles an
It's
hour.
15 miles an hour. But there are
Yes,
no
and
signs
30
up saying
miles
that's
an hour on the
15 miles an
outskirts.
hour. And if you want to put up the signs and you start engaging the public, taking photos of these people when they're going to
I
parties,
don't
sending
ever
them to the
remember
police,
there being. I don't
and
ever
let people
remember
get
it being a
charged, I
sign.
think some of this thing could be curbed.
I remember it being in the license manual. I don't ever remember seeing a sign 15 miles an hour. I think might have been one by the hospital
And it has never been
a long
changed.
time ago. Yeah.
And ages ago, since in Parnell, Campbell days, I mentioned the fact that the crossings in St. Vincent, they're too narrow. They're like narrow. The crossings need to be much wider.
All right,
So that,
but
so that people have respect for it.
Stick up in it. Let me take this call. Nice radio. Good afternoon, you live.
Good afternoon, gentlemen.
Hi, good afternoon. How are you doing?
Good afternoon.
Well, I heard the doc saying about the rail. You got rail right on the bridge and the sign, welcome to Caliqua. The vehicle, the van hit on the rail, mash up the rail and everything.
Well, that's what that is.
My witness was right on the spot. A pickup coming from Prospect, Caliqua, and a police in a car behind with a nurse, the wife. So them was running, racing, coming down. The van way coming up the road overtake and he pick up mash the brakes. And the car decide he mash a whole set of brakes and he decide a guy in behind and he pick up and he pull off. And the one way overtaken, so he hit the bomb and he spin around and kill Matthew right there. People was right there, so they know who killed him.
Oh boy.
Too big.
Oh.
Pick up the stop because he not get lash. If he can't be back behind, the man would have dead. But if he pick up stop because one was coming, because in the accident when the policeman pull off because he now running, he pick up back. He pick up man brake and mash the brakes. He run out, he pull to the right off his hand and hit the vehicle will come and he spin around and hit Matthew right there. Kill Matthew, throw him over the wall, he dead in hospital. And the car, two drivers were there, but the policeman stop way down right under the camera. The camera and the wall down there. And the pole. And he run going up by tennis court, right where Matthew live up there. And he knows lady have to go and bring him back down with the car. So if he will lash pick up behind, we stop. Two of them running like a plane, two planes. And the next one overtake coming like another plane. The policeman pull off and he hit you and he right there, bam, he spin wrong and he hit Matthew. Break up from him, he tie right down to his 2 foot. Bone and he gone. And people
But you shouldn't be traveling at that speed in California right in front of the police station.
If you the lash pick up behind him and Matthew would have still be alive. People was right on his path. So there's no way go on and reel there and the bridge and mash up the rail. They throw he over in the guest house in the yard. And right down to his 2 foot. Bone in the yard.
And don't tell me you can't put up a speed camera on the Calico police station right there. That will pick up people who disobey the law and prosecute them.
Man, no lash pick up behind. When you're the one overtake and smash the brakes and policeman they behind in the car racing, two of them racing. You know, this time to lash he pull over right off his hand and he pick up the other vehicle we come in.
What's the guy correct name? What's the guy correct name?
What guy, Dougie?
The guy who died. What's his correct
name? The guy who died in the newspaper.
William Brown, Matthew from right in Villa there. Cameras overhead there. People see where everything was going on. The camera and every guest house and Western Union, everything pick up right there. People was right on his spot. So they know who do it. The carman who pull off, who not actually pick up not stop because he carman not actually. The mashy brakes frightened. They are wide road, he could just pull and go. So when the car mash brakes, smoke up the place, he decided he's not going in for the pickup. And he just pull off and hit the other one who been overtaken while he pick up at the stop. So that way mapping they pick up not stop, he's again no accident.
Yeah, William Holder. His name is William Holder.
Yeah, William Holder, William Brown. Yeah.
Yep.
So that car really good on us so.
Yeah, I know his brother very well. I know Lanza very well. I know Lanza.
Lanza, the technician.
Yeah, I know Lanza very well. Yeah.
But listen, the police station is 150 feet away.
Sneeze.
People park in Calico on the road, the police are doing things. The police are doing things.
You know what I see in Calico? You know what I see in Calico one time? I see in Calico a man, he make a skid U-turn, open the car door, and spread open the hand like he looking to see who see he. Spread out the hand and they're like, okay, this is me. And then go back in the car. Right in front of the police barracks.
Then I with them pulling Calico, pull off somewhere and park and want to come back there. Calico messed up. The place messed up. The police them not doing nothing.
You can't just say that's Calico though. It's the whole country because you should have
laws. Like fire the wet place and smoke up people and none of the government not doing nothing. From NDP labor, all of them are the same. They not do nothing. People, they smoke, mess up people day and night. It's a real joke.
Oh boy.
All right.
You need speed traffic signs. We need speed traffic signs to be up, and if people go beyond that, they should be charged. And there are ways that we could do that these days. I don't see why we can't do this.
One of the things that I mentioned to ASP Brown, trying to appeal to him to come on the program, is that I saw an API special with him trying to alert the public about some turning lanes in the Diamond area, and you put the diamond lanes in you put the the turning lanes, yes, but nobody thinks about using the turning lanes or takes caution like that. There's a turning lane ahead, unless a police is standing there, unless there's actual police presence. But even with his presence, somebody did, somebody did the overtaking maneuver, and as a matter of fact, not just one person. There was a van and there was a car. So it's a sense of lawlessness which is why I came up with that solutions thing last time. A person needs to take personal responsibility. Vincentians need to take a personal responsibility into themselves, understanding that we are a special people, and to do things differently, and to do things differently, knowing that we're special and making a difference here in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. You don't want to talk about lateness. Lateness is a disease here in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. It takes solutions.
Well, well, one of the things to Carlisle that I think with the how I think my independence too is that I expect um a lot of talk for independence because of the season that is really coming to make a change in St. Vincent election season. So while I sit down on Independent Day, I was thinking, and I I was saying I wanted to really hear something or see something what Dougie had to say about independence, because I I I I I I don't like to use the word independence because I feel we are so dependent even in situations that we didn't have to be dependent on anybody in anything. We can afford to be self-sufficient in a lot of ways in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. But something is wrong with the people who we put to administer the business in the executive of our country. Because I sit down here on Independence Day on Monday because I treat it like a holiday to me since I retired. I don't have to go to work. So I got independent, I take these holidays too. So I did here thinking about what is so independent about our independence in St. Vincent. And we are so dependent, right? We are so dependent on outside world. If for whatever reason boat don't come with food stuff in St. Vincent, stuff that we can afford to grow. Everybody got a chicken grill set up all over the country smoking chicken. 99, 95% or more of that chicken come from foreign. When we could go and do our own poultry farming, and it will be a good paying job for people and they will make money, but we refuse to do it. The government refused to give concession to people like Eggman and those people who can afford to do those things in the location where they. You know, and it's a lot of things we could give concession that they will collect VAT on with some of these chicken, but we getting poultry from overseas, which load of hormones and all those kind of stuff.
I give you a joke with that. Well, I don't know if it's a joke or not, but the lady in front of me at the supermarket the other day, I guess she's accustomed paying $150 for the groceries. So while the cashier is ringing this stuff up, she took $100 bill out and a $50 bill. But then she looked over at the register and see it had gone past 150 and put the 50 back and took out 100. But by the time the cashier got finished, it was $290. And everything fit in a box as big as this mixer, doggy. Everything fit in a box as big as this mixer, and about the same height and length of the thing. And I see the same thing happen. The same phenomenon is happening in the U.S. where they're saying that, while the economy is doing better and what's not, but the price of it's almost like the implementation of VAT again. The implementation of VAT, according to how they set it up. I remember they say that you have to practice first in, first out. You have to practice first in, first out with your costing methods and what's not. But it wasn't regulated. It was just an advisement. So point of view, from a business point of view, nobody is likely to comply, and therefore matters is going to go out of control.
Yeah, but
But mhm. Yeah,
Carlisle,
I
go
Yeah,
ahead.
Mike, go
you
ahead. Yeah.
know,
Mhm.
to put a finer point on what Doug and you guys are discussing now.
Hmm.
Churchill spoke about the great paradox, and our great paradox is we live in a nation of independent dependence, right? Yes, we may be politically independent from Britain, but this government over the past so how many years have created a dependency state. And
As a matter of
this
fact, I
is
put it in nasty way when I just came here. I
mm,
say it's like he's raising the N word.
this is the way.
Another one I had was
Mhm.
mediocrity denial.
But this is the way they maintain themselves in power. But if you permit me, I wanted to reach back a little bit to Dougie's story about Pepsi, and if you juxtapose that to what happened to Edgar Cruikshank, right? Now, in Pepsi's case, apparently there were no aggravating circumstances because arguably he wasn't driving recklessly. Somebody ran out into the road. He didn't run into the crowd. He didn't interpose. The vehicle did not interpose itself onto the crowd. Somebody ran out, and it was an unfortunate situation. A young child died, and of course, condolences to the family. But look at Edgar Cruikshank's situation. A vehicle left the road and ran into a crowd, resulting in the grisly death of an individual who just happened to be breaking ranks with the political hierarchy. Second thing, was that vehicle insured? Right? Third question, was that person licensed to operate a vehicle?
That have more questions. That have less
You
questions
understand?
than Ashel Morgan being being
yet
being
yet he
honorary
was he
citizen.
walked
Yeah.
free, and Pepsi was without aggravating circumstances was put in jail. And see, to wrap this all up in a neat bow, what we've been talking about this morning, we have seen a drastic breakdown in rule of law in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Yes, we are supposed to live in a democracy, but I have spoken before at length about the social contract, where we are born with certain inalienable rights. We are born with certain natural rights. And we give up a few of those rights in exchange for governmental protection, i.e., rule of law. We have this rule of law that says, hey, you can't behave willy nilly. You have to behave in according to certain strictures. But the strictures that have been put in place are not being obeyed. Even police officers, we have talked about police officers who are van owners, who their drivers operate with impunity on the roads, driving recklessly, putting lives at risks.
And another thing that happened this week, I was in the vicinity
Mm.
of a radio station and heard a popular calypsonian complaining to a popular DJ with my unpopular car in close view. and the Calypsonian heckling me about my unpopular car. While the popular DJ is driving a brand new 2029, expensive vehicle.
Mm.
And he's complaining to the DJ, like, what you didn't ask the prime minister anything about crime, and he spent all this time, and I pat on my vehicle. I say, some people have the pretty price of silence.
Doggy,
Yes, sir.
how you spend your independence?
Well, unfortunately, I had to be in the United States, which I really, I was hoping.
Doggy, careful.
No.
Careful, Doggy. No,
No,
unfortunately. How could you say
no.
unfortunately and you're in Florida?
Being here, being here with my wife is of most
Oh,
importance. That's why I said
Good qualifier.
Unfortunately, I couldn't be in St. Vincent, which I really would have loved to be. Because normally I will be home for Independence and I'll be back up in November for my birthday, my anniversary. A lot of things went bad, and I just have to. So I refused to listen to Ralph Gonsalves. I refused. I watched the parade and the thing, but I refused to listen to him because it's the same nonsense rhetoric that you've been hearing for 20-something years. Nothing changed.
But guys, you know where that money tree is?
Yeah.
Anyone you know where you have the money tree?
I will tell you that later.
Up in Goss.
So my biggest problem is the fact of despicable people being in government. Despicable people being in government.
Some most despicable ones as well.
Secondly, the lack of acknowledgement of the achievement of the country over the years in its progressive state.
Yes.
And thirdly, the stagnation and retardation of the economy, resulting in a kind of dependency syndrome and exposing ourselves to a kind of mentality that only could see next week. We can't see 3 or 4 years from now. We only could see next week.
Raising the N-word. Yep.
I have maintained my position that the Prime Minister in his speech have never acknowledged what Milton Cato did. He has never, ever acknowledged what Mitchell did. Everything for him start, because remember, he said Mitchell merely occupied the political crease for 17 years. And hence, if you allow me to read what I wanted to present prior to him speaking, if you allow me, Carl.
Yeah, go ahead, Dougie. Yeah.
Go ahead, Dougie.
And my piece was Independence 45 years. What are we celebrating? 45 years of what? In 1979 at midnight, we took down the UK flag and put up the Vinci flag. We had a few hotels and a relatively successful agricultural economy, primarily bananas and arrowroot, and a large regional trade in root crops and livestock. The government of NDP in 1984 bought several estates and gave the lands to the landless and created the fastest growing middle class in the region, which was studied by the University of the West Indies. This was 5 years after bad management via the Labour Party created the conditions for bankruptcy. This affected the CWSA and Vinlic, resulting in Vinlic's inability to produce electricity nationwide for more than 4 hours a day. Infrastructure, education, and healthcare deteriorated rapidly. Taxes were implemented out of frustration, and there was a 3% turnover tax that could not be passed on to the customers. So the corporate community would have been losing their shirt. This propelled the NDP to get organized. It came in, in came 1984, out was Labour, and in with a newness, the New Democratic Party. A revival of trust and hope. The country was united. In 5 years' time, 67% of the electorate placed 100% of the constituencies in the care of the New Democratic Party. There, the NDP grew the economy in 5 years by 28%. They reduced the line loss in Vinlic from 47% down to 9%, sometimes as low as 7% in some areas. They reinvested in the Vinlic situation. They paid off a debt of $87 million and revived electricity. In the CWSA, they cleaned up all the mess that was in CWSA and started reinvesting in the infrastructure of CWSA, bringing clean, healthy water, because we used to get a lot of mud in our water. The NDP came to power with only 960 miles of paved roads. And when they left 3,360 miles of paved roads. In the first 5 years, they built 5 new schools, refurbished and extended 27 schools, and they introduced the TechVoc system in schools. They opened, I think it's 3 TechVoc schools and skills training. They created a platform for cultural explosion at the time. It wasn't perfect, but that's where the creation of the cultural explosion came into being. In terms of industry, they built the cruise ship berth, built the port at Camden Park, and the Otley Hall project that was left to rot by the ULP. They also built the vegetable market in Kingston, protected the expansion of ECGC without victimization, including the expansion into Guyana, purchasing a rice operation in Guyana, in Anna Regina. And I know that because I visited it and I did the communication systems for that. Because Guyana at the time could not even get a telephone call from Guyana to St. Vincent. We set up a radio network. Set up one at the office down in ECGC. I set up one at Ken Moy's house. And I went to Guyana and set up one in Mr. Davey, who was the manager down there, house, and set up internal communications. That same rice company outfit had to generate electricity for the Anna Regina area because all 5 generators in Guyana went to pieces because of this socialistic approach that mashed up the whole of Guyana. Now they're reviving because of and it's growing leaps and bounds because of oil. The NDP, they expanded airport access into Union Island, Canouan, Beckway, and Mustique. Right? They added just somebody trying to comment, just trying to close it. Only $193 million of national debt in 17 years. I want you to pay attention to that. In 17 years, they added $193 million to the national debt, taking it from $387 million in 1984 to just $580 million. with an agricultural economy that was generating $250 million a year, and tourism was generating $300 million a year with a dilapidated airport at Arnesville. They ensured that Mustique was compliant, and they started the development of the mega development in Canouan while protecting the indigenous people of Canouan at the same time. This was met with consistent and constant protests from the ULP, including Ralph and Glenn Jackson and Bones Bonady, claiming to care for the people's interests. They started movements towards an international airport utilizing two site studies, Argyle and Kitchen. Education was on the upward trajectory, with the UN's Universal Education Access Platform being introduced. All economic costs was paid for students who attended UWI. There was a surplus in the economy by trimming the wastages in the recurrent and bad investment inherited from the Labour Party. The NAS was in a strong position. VINLIC and CWSA respectability were restored. The pride of the nation was also restored. Then came a false revolution, the roadblock revolution in 1997 to 1998, typical of the deceptive political aspirations with all the attributes of dictatorship, fueled by popular radio talk show host Glenn Jackson. The formulation of the ODD, the Organization in Defense of Democracy, popularly known as the Odd Thing, which disappeared after achieving its objective of helping to remove the New Democratic Party from governance. Its executive members were dissolved into the arms of the government, placed strategically to enshrine corruption that has subtly grown into institutionalized corruption. The first corruption was the cost overrun of a piece of road from the Ministry of Agriculture to Customs. Then the school repair program, which $2.2 million of World Bank monies were never accounted for, thus causing the loss of the Windward Highway monies, exacerbated by the bridge over troubled waters. So 6 years delay and a reduced capacity of VINLIC's expansion at Lomans Bay, because the NDP through VINLIC had already saved 53 plus $10 million, $53 million for the plant and $10 million for transmission and distribution. I could tell you that because I was involved in that. And that is a fact, and nobody can take that away from what took place. The Lomans Bay project was supposed to have 24 megawatts of bunker C operated slow speed diesel engine. And they delayed that. So they escalated hardships on the domestic and corporate industrial and created an uncompetitiveness for industries. The dragger, I call Ralph. I call him the dragger, the hauler, the puller, who doesn't have the required horsepower to carry the load of the socio-political ideology or ideology that was never really defined, because really and truly is more of an ideology than an ideology. Why? Because we as a nation ended up having donkey cart resources with Lexus appetite. The strain that this hauler, puller, tugger has dragged our nation into economic begamania as the national debt is spiraling out of control to satisfy the over-bulging ego, amassing an admitted crushing debt in the United Nations. Here's the one who said to the United Nations that we have a crushing debt. You know, as a crushing debt, well, if it fall on you, you're dead like a donut. The hauler's proclamation that he has placed the hook in the gills of Vincentian by punching above our weight as declared in the mini hymn, which is Camilo, in the House of Parliament. Say the punching above their weight, without understanding implicating economic crushing effect. We have forged ahead in an international stage with the satisfaction of the overbulged ego of Gonzales. It took only 2 years into ULP's rule for corruption to take root in the setting up of this sky-gazing idiocracy, focusing on the international platform to live an illusion of importance. To live an illusion of importance. The quest to destroy the local homegrown businesses like CQ Graves, PH Vera, Bonadies, Marcus De Freitas, and Bigger Bigs, to name the visible few, but those are the only visible ones, as they attempted to give away also the Tobago Keys, the Canawan lands, Harley Quinn, Ames, Mr. Wise, NIS demise, the loss of the millions in Clico and Bico securities, sweetheart deals like Ferreno, the AIA built without accountability, and the dispensing of our patrimony. Mustique deal revised. And when Brian Adams had questioned, he was reminded of whom authorized his Vincentian passport. And everybody know who Brian Adams is, the singer, right?
From Canada.
And that can't be taken back. That was Gonzales said it. So this hauler, Paula Tugger, refused to institute the CBI program, which would have eased the economic situation in St. Vincent off for taxpayers by the cliche, me not sell passport, but how Brian Adams get passport? How Mr. Wise get passport?
David
How
Ames.
Mr. Ames get passport, but me not sell passport. Yet you could find people getting hooked up in Canada where a man would tell the Canadian immigration that they pay $1 million for the Vinci passport. And he can't speak one word of English. All these have forced the ULP, after 45 years of independence, into a deep fear of losing elections that will continue to attempt stealing in order to stay in power to avoid disgraceful consequences. Morality is on the decline. Crime is on the increase, including rape and sexual offenses, with people focusing on personal enrichment and not on the deterioration of healthcare, the productive sector, out of control national debt, a debt declared as $2.1 billion, but most believe that it's between $5 and $6 billion in debt. Instead of building on the legacy of the previous administrations like Labour and the NDP, him declared that Mitchell Bailey occupied the political crease for 17 years. This was said at the first independence speech and many, many more after that. Him, since 2001, attempted to erase history, yet claimed to be rewriting historical wrongs. Yes, removing P.H. Vera's name from the Annisvale Stadium, which is a disgrace to our history. P.H. Vera is one of the persons that ensured that the Annisvale Stadium was operable. This must never be allowed to continue. And I'm telling you, any government come into power other than ULP must reinstate P.H. Vera's name in that stand as a historical perspective on where the stadium is. Remember, it was said, I defeated them at the polls and I will defeat them in their businesses. This was in reference to the CK Graves, P.H. Vera, and Bonady. It was said when they were clearing up the Harbour Club area, where I live up in that area. That's when it was said, I defeat them at the polls and I will defeat them in their businesses. I spent $13 million with Food City, only to have to close it down and sell it to Massey. Independence must uplift and maintain our own while encouraging foreign direct investments, but not to the detriment of locals. Since 2001, we have delved into state control and re-established monopolies in the country. The civil service has been emasculated. SVG TV has been pushed into the background while VC3, API, GIS, and NBC has become the PM talk show platform to control the state narrative. The opposition has no access to these. Our foreign policies and foreign friends are of dictatorship style. Him, attempted to change the constitution, not in the interest of the people, but self. That was rejected by the people because it was not by the people. Since 2001, that's the only time the people was able to demonstrate independence because of the vast opposition in spite of victimization and dictatorship. Independence, according to Vibrating Scales, is a milestone. It is 45 miles. Is it? We asked that question. We are running the country on 8 cents out of every dollar with 92% service in debt. 92%, 90 cents service in debt. What are we celebrating? We should have been running the country on 45 cents and paying debt with 55 cents. Then we can claim that we are celebrating independence. In 24 years, ULP had added a 2.12 billion to the national debt that is officially declared. To be fair, the ULP, Ralph, has built the AIA unnecessarily so. We still have no accountability on this and spells massive corruption. I have said it before. I got a lot of cost for it when I first said it. I've said it before. I would name the airport after him. Even though there's corruption, I would name it after him. They have tried with education expansion, calling it a revolution. However, the high percentage of dropout, because it was not started from the bottom. The remedial education was not the focus. It was a political gimmick to get as much people in school to say, I have a revolution. They are building a new port, and I am not certain that it's really necessary. They have truncated the healthcare system and now building an acute care hospital if you notice the name change from acute referral hospital now, because they get so much pressure with the referral. It's now an acute care hospital. But instead of building what the NDP recommended, a new modern state-of-the-art general hospital, no, it can't be done because it's an NDP's proposal. This move continues to make healthcare too expensive for Vincentians because they have truncated the healthcare system to the part where taxpayers can't afford to pay it. And so Vincentian, we continue with the lack of drugs in the hospital, the dilapidation of the Milton K. Memorial Hospital. They failed to implement national health insurance. That was far gone. In 2001, health insurance should have been, that particular year, should have been implemented when the NDP demitted office. That was thrown in the back burner, so we end up without a national health insurance. And that's what we are celebrating today. The proliferation of dictatorship.
I think we lost Dougie.
Rulership.
Okay.
The proliferation of labor now. That's where we are. We have been pushed into an open jail. And remember this. It was, what's the man who run the car park? What's his name? The man in the truck used to block you up there all the time. Carlisle.
The truck with the
That guy.
Maybe Noel Jackson.
He said that you should take everybody in opposition and put them put them in the grammar school playing field in a cattle pen and put them there.
All right, we
That's
got
where we
somebody.
are
We got somebody
basically
holding.
as a
We got
nation.
somebody
That's
holding.
what we celebrate.
Nice radio.
I
Good
know I miss. I
afternoon.
can't hear you all again. I have to restart this thing. Something is going
I
wrong in
think
the
I'll make
studio.
a statement for the Prime Minister.
What's that?
The Prime Minister make a statement with the address to independence. You know
Make
what
it
he
quick, because I got somebody else holding. Yeah, go ahead.
He said like this. All the students will pardon to go university. He will give them a gold. He himself will give them gold medal. And he pick out the different section of students who will be getting gold medal. But he himself will give them. Not say the government will give them gold medal. No. He himself will give them gold medal. That is a part of bribe. I don't care what nobody says.
Well, I know it's one
and
them.
that is a
I know
part
it's
of
one
bribe.
them. I know it's one he can't bribe.
Oh God.
All right. Yes.
I had missed hearing you all, so I don't know what if I let on my complete.
We heard everything.
Yeah,
we heard
we
everything.
heard everything, Doug. We heard everything. Present time in St. Vincent and Grenadines is 9 minutes until 1 o'clock. Time for perseverance and strength. Again, big Samuel, it's your turn to burn.
Oh, guys, I have to jump off sooner.
All right. I think maybe you got bigger. You there? Bigger.
I myself have to go just now because I have an engagement I have to go and deal with.
You got big Samuel.
Yes, good day, Carl. Good afternoon.
Yes.
I don't normally say morning, but good afternoon, Carl. Good afternoon.
Yes.
And good afternoon to the heavy hitters who are
Good
there.
afternoon, Bigger.
Yeah, good afternoon, everybody.
Yeah.
And let me shout out those persons who normally would really make the program what it is. Because without listenership, the program wouldn't be there. Wouldn't get the kind of ratings it would get in. So I want to say good morning, good afternoon to all of you. Now, let me go straight to what I am going to say today. Now, firstly, let me do some preliminary first. Margaret London, who is a wonderful friend of mine, gave me a message yesterday to let persons know somebody has some document for her that might be well relate to what we are going to discuss here today. And so let me say that person that individual who might have Margaret document, she needed. That's the message she gave me to give her. She needed. And I heard Doug was saying about the program on Sunday. And good day to you, Joel. But Joel, I hold a point against you for one thing, though. I want to talk about some kind of puree for the guy. I think he said he's a brother who called in from Canada, and about mango puree. You need to let persons know, and I need to make your party look bad if you speak these things. But these are things that are likely to come with the new project, and you know these things. I'll say this. And the coconut water, and so those will come. Those same things that the guy is talking about and begging you all that he would like to get in Canada, just tell them hold a while. They will come. They are in the. All we have to do is to get a new government in place, namely the NDP, and then they will come. And for those persons who think that with the issue, like my cousin Specs, who think the issue still going on with what they were shut down for. And I want you all to know that people like Jason, Dr. Jason, Honorable Garden, who would have came out and spoke out and said, have mercy, man. That matter is no longer the issue. We have been given instruction by Ralph already to do certain things. Those things that we're supposed to do, they will come. They will come after this case that we have going on right now, that we have against the Charles King, the King of England, which is King Charles, through the Governor General in St. Vincent here, they will come. That issue will come. And so don't worry. And because we know how they say now, because from Pondin and Rabakasan, now we are hearing now that we could sail canoe and tube in Rabakana. So I'll just hold on. I'll hear the results. Don't tell ahead. I'll hear the results. I'll keep on mixing them up one by one. I'll take them on, even one of them one by one. Through Dr. King Council John, good morning to you, sir, and your son Andromo, good morning to you guys. Because again, I will be calling on you all soon enough. Before the program that I'll hear what I will be calling on you all for. Soon. Soon. Because there are some people who think that Ralph is any decent person to deal with. Ralph is a deceiver. And let me say it plain and straight. Ralph is a deceiver, and under no circumstances you should believe anything that Ralph Gonzalez has to say. He is a deceiver to his heart. And to the gentleman who have my pension funds, I am calling on you now to do it, to get my money in place for me, sir. Okay? I will let person know who will be on Facebook now, because you know me, I know who you are, because I don't want to mess up with Carly program. I will call your name again on Facebook. You don't worry. I want my pension money. Let me go into the real meetup what I really ask persons and send messages to them to listen to for today. Now, Carly and heavy hitters, it was Tuesday, and I said to Ralph, let me let Ralph know this. You said I must choose whether I want to be a businessman or a politician. I want to let you know I have chosen now to know exactly what I want to do, is to make sure I fight to see the back of you out of power, Ralph. Trust me. So I have chosen now, Ralph. I no longer in business. I have no business running. I good. But I good. I good by the grace of the Almighty Creator. I good. I survive it. Now, I was in Parliament on Tuesday. And I agree with you, Carl. Because when I see Ashel was the Speaker of the House, so maybe the real Speaker must have decided she's not going to be in the House, because this nonsense that went on in the House is Tuesday about a debating bill. I never knew what intention you all had. And I'm blaming the party that I have been supporting since 1983. I have never supported another party in all my life. Young and still in school, I went and voted for Sir James, and up to this day, never changed, never deviated, never even waver. So hear this. So I was there listening and watching actual parading as the Speaker of the House, because the real Speaker wasn't there. So I am wondering, so I was saying, when I see Ralph going on a long Tony is when Ralph have something up his sleeve, but he had to go. He created it before he went. That's what he did. He created it before he went. So I was there listening, and I hear it talking about bill that went to select committee and all that kind of thing. Let me say this to the NDP who I support. I believe that me bigger bigs is more NDP than any one of the leaders in that party there. I am not. When he come to Ralph, I'm not joking. We have to see the back of Ralph Gonzalez. A lot of Vincent is suffering because of Ralph, and I'm making sure. I do everything to see the back of that man, of that man there. No. So they had the debate, me hear them talking about bill. Maybe just leave it as they say, okay, there's a bill. They put in a bill in place that teachers who better lose the job and all and type of thing, they get back the job and so forth. I say, well, that's a good move. A good move. I love it. So I say, okay, then they go ahead. Next thing, I saw, Margaret, I want to say thank you. I saw it yesterday with Margaret. How Margaret said, this is what you should have done. If something to go to select committee and I don't understand, remember, it's not you alone who are fighting Ralph NDP. But a major Likak, major Cummins Friday. And I must remember, you got other people out here who love the party even more than some of you. Trust me, I'm saying this morning because I'm mad.
I hear it talking about, so what Margaret said should have done, I should have had some tongue hall, because somebody would have been mentioning the word RPA. You know what I mean? Representation of the People Act. That is what I heard, and that is what I pick up on. Why say I jump on it immediately on Facebook, and you don't know. I don't know the anger with me that I was in when I really realized that the RPA is what they went and trouble to get to bring in that ladder to help to people who get paid after they resign. Ralph is at a position now, NDP. Ralph is at a state right now where he cannot find a winnable candidate right now. Ralph can't find a winnable candidate right now because people are scared. They smell the rat. They smell the rat. Just as with ULP are, they are rats. They say they are the red rats, so they smell the rat. So, it's on Kenton, and this is how you go call it, it's on Kenton page. I come across the word RPA. I saw somebody say the RPA. I say, what? And then the RPA involved the 15-day that all of the supervisors of election, one by one, saying from Jones, one of the best supervisors of election we ever had in St. Vincent, the crowd, we need to get rid of that 15-day thing. Because remember, the same Ralph Gonzalez who said that the RPA is designed for rig election. That's his words, not my words, not my big words. It is designed to rig election. And a lot of people tell me I'll go into parliament. And, okay, let me say, I agree that he's going to, okay then, I want to allow him to bring in force so that he could come and get back the job. Okay, fine. But that 15-day, I'll just say, Ralph, if you want to move it, you have to move that 15-day one time. You are laying money to win Ralph, you are laying money to fight Ralph this election. I must notice when I Ralph supporters, when I Ralph heavy financier has now brought in a vessel of a tug and badge of over $100 million that will cost. I think I have money to really fight with Ralph for them. So Vincent Chan, I am saying this morning, and Margaret with me. I have Margaret, because Margaret did a Herculean job yesterday on the program when me and she was there yesterday. Margaret, I love you, my dear sister. You're bad. No, when it comes to research, America, I test you. So, and the person I have to say now is Abraham. So this is me going forward now. Seeing that I already have one of the best put together team of lawyers, which in terms of King Kongs, I haven't said anything to them yet. I haven't asked them anything as yet, because I still want to hear what the NDP got to say or what Ralph got to say, because I still believe that maybe it was an oversight on the part of the NDP why they go along with Ralph and the nonsense there. So for me, I am thinking about getting, because I already now have a matter in court now with the same group of persons that I'm going to call out now, fighting the king to the Governor General having minister that just repeat it just now there. So hear this now. So King Kong Sojan, leader, his son, well, let's put them in seniority here. King Kong Sojan, Jomo, and Akin Jan. It's the person I'm thinking about to go to a lawyer. Seriously, to the Ralph, I'm going to a lawyer and to the Ralph. I'm going to take this matter to court. Trust me. All the way to the court, I'm going to take it. Because for me, if you really want to go forward with that, let us get rid of that 15-day period, special registration. That is what, with that, the NDP could never win election in this country. And me personal, tired of their losing. Me ain't going to know the Ralph. Not me. Not the bigger bigs. You could rest assured on that. So for me, so it will be, and that's the lawyer part, and Margaret, for me, the lead, the head researcher with Abraham and Frank as the long stopper. Okay? We are going to make sure that we take the NDP and the ULP to court to make sure the RPA remain as if, and if as if you get rid of the 15-day one time. This is what we are demanding right now as a people in St. Vincent and Israel. Ralph, they play around with you too much, Ralph. They are playing around too much with you in this country, Ralph, but not the bigger bigs. Not me. I suffer too much in this country. It's since 2010 I get rid of you, Ralph. I spent over $70,000 in 2010 to pellet you, Ralph. But the candidate we had was lazy. And sometimes if you had a pack with a candidate, to tell him don't campaign, you go take care of him. Trust me, I'm still one man that, and I tell it, the big thing all the time, to NDP candidates, you know. I been around long enough. I'm not 68, but I've been around long enough to know how dangerous an election can be when with a man like Ralph Gonzalez, with a man like Ralph at the helm of it. I don't want to put any guns up. I just want to say Ralph. That's what I want to keep on. Because people are getting head hot up when we call it Ralph. I tell you, when he come to Ralph, I am strictly political. I am political when he is speaking about Ralph. Trust me. So I spent over 70,000 since 2010 to pelt you with Ralph. And no joke. This
Yeah,
is
what are you going
serious.
outside?
Eh?
No, you were talking to somebody.
Okay. Hear this now. That's the reason why, Carly, you see where Eustace, what I love so much is, I love Eustace and Friday. But you see where Eustace wrongly is? Friday, Eustace didn't take advice. And from the time he didn't take the advice and allow Ralph to get into office. But all he had to do, Mitchell tell him, had the party for him, Campbell said, you don't have to go now, not with Ralph and Mitchell. Back away. Back away, and from the time you hear and him giving to Ralph and then come like our beating board for Ralph. You are here after insult from dotish and that. I tell you, I am trying to defend Friday from going down the track. Do not make those mistakes with Ralph, because Ralph will never have no respect for you again, just like he never had no respect for you, Stas. You all got all of your slight this man and this man see when he come to win an election. It's not a joke. And I just mean a joke around there too. If when he begged me brother in 2015, tell Bigger don't campaign against me. He told me brother that. He alive me, but I still alive. Ask them. I'll go ask them. That's what was that the message that was related to me. Because Ralph know that me don't notice man at him. I just don't sit to him. So he realized what he said, beg me brother. So I only stayed out of the ring because I decided I wasn't going to campaign for the candidate that we had in 2010. Again, I decided that side. So I done my arm, concentrate on Phoenix Kitchen, which I did well there. Carla, you know about Phoenix did well. What right now, my focus is to see the back of Ralph Gonzalez in this country. I'm telling everybody this today. I'm not joking. So Carla, if anybody from the NDP want to vex me, I don't care. We will be in the court of law when this with this RPA. That 15-day special registration must go one time too. If Ralph want room to get to bring in the lady from Sandy Bay to come run against my good friend Chevron, she must face it either one way. So we either the 15 feet go, the 15-day special registration go, or she come in like everybody else. Give up, resign she job, and if when they lose, and the NDP and Friday want to give her back her job, it must be Friday's prerogative to give her back her job. You're not getting so easy, Ralph. Not so easy. It's bigger out here for you. Then you have it until I read the world, because we have ding dang going down. So Carla, and to the rest of the heavy hitters, I already made my point, and they'll be hearing much more about me, because I think Bing Joseph himself, love it. So don't be surprised when he Bing call me for we to do a piece on his program, because Bing love it too. I'm not joking around Gonzalez. Trust me, I'm not joking.
Bigger. You see this oh boy, the mic is cutting out.
No problem. I hear my brother. Don't worry.
You see this kind of heat here. I rather not be part of it again. Yeah.
Okay. No problem.
I rather not be part of it again. I think it's contributing to the crimes. It's contributing towards the the lawlessness of St. Vincent and the Grenadines. It contributing towards the misguiding of our youth, because it's not what you say, it's how you say it. You know, what they would hear is an angry bigger bigs, you know, as opposed to the facts that you're spitting out. And to that it makes it counterproductive.
Okay, well, if that is your feeling, Carla, you're going to tell, but I'm very passionate with this thing going forward with Ralph, yeah? We're not joking. We're not joking. And I got all right to be angry at Ralph Gonzalez
I'm just saying, I'm not saying you don't have the right. I'm just saying I don't want to be part of it. You know?
I didn't come in. Well, then, it would happen. Well, I wouldn't bring it back. I wouldn't bring it back again because by that time, by next week, I let know. So we'll be at a different trajectory with Ralph. You know what I mean? So no problem. You won't get it again. But I don't get it out there today because people must know that me never interfere, Ralph. I never did Ralph nothing for Ralph to treat me the way he treated me, Carly. And let me say this again. So now me the hate still. Let me continue this. If you allow me to continue this party and how to say that I never interfered. I never interfered with Ralph and Carly. Never did Ralph nothing. That Ralph does this. I would destroy my life. And I tell you, Carly, I'm not backing down from it. I'm not backing down from it. So if you don't like it, I don't want to be a part of it. I'm sorry, but it will continue somewhere else because I am going to make sure it end up in the courthouse with Ralph, with that RPA. Trust me. Trust me, Carly. This is what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying, my brother. So I know what you're saying, but somebody have to stand up to Ralph. Somebody have to. And if it's me, I am satisfied to do it, Carly. Trust me. Take care, my brother. Have a wonderful evening. Bye-bye.
Yes. Doug, it's just me and you now. Alwyn, you there?
Alwyn is there.
Yeah.
I don't know if he's still there. But Carlisle, you see,
I'm here. I'm listening.
This is
sometimes you have to listen and get educated.
Yes, this is independence. This is the independence that we celebrate on the beginning of the week, Sunday. And these are some of the things that independence, quote unquote, bring to you. And I am of the opinion that we are celebrating a dependent syndrome. And I said before to you, and I say again, what Big said, he had a right to say, but and I agree with you with the political part of it. So, because I always tell you, Carlisle, this is not really, this is not NOT, this is not a political program.
Yeah.
And that is straight out political with Big say. But I suppose.
Yeah. Hold a second there. Got somebody on the line. Nice radio. Good afternoon, your live.
Hey, Carl, it's me. Sorry, I had to jump off so abruptly because my ride is here. I'm actually heading on the way.
I got you in two different places. Is that what it is? All right.
No,
okay.
I'm on my way to Brooklyn.
Okay. All right. Go
ahead.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I just wanted to, this program that we are part of on Saturday, we all hold an awesome responsibility, individually and collectively, to act and say things in the good of the nation. Yes, I do understand Bigger is passionate and so on and so forth, but the responsibility, it goes beyond each of us, whether individually or collectively, because we are fighting for the very soul of St. Vincent and the Grenadines. And as I said, it's an awesome responsibility that we have to, approach with the greatest level of gravitas, the greatest level of care, the greatest level of zeal, right? But having said that, I listened to, and I read it twice before, but I listened to Dougie's presentation, and I'm still wondering, in spite of all of this, and his narrative was one of gross political and economic malpractice on the part of this government led by Ralph Gonsalves. And then the question then becomes, at the end of the day, in the final analysis, why are they still in power? Why is it?
You know how to answer that. Our publicity is good publicity, which is why I say a lot to do with. I rather just ignore them. You understand? I rather ignore them and work on what we can do in spite of.
That's right.
As opposed to giving them the
That is
credit
an
of
approach.
of
That
the
is an
words
absolutely good
of the
approach.
words that is in the thing about. I hope Bigger don't take that the wrong. I hope Bigger don't take it
Yeah,
the wrong way.
yeah, me
But
too, me too, me too,
um,
me too, me
it's
too. Because I mean,
it's
Carl,
gotten to a
it's
point,
not about
Yeah.
at the end of the day.
Mhm.
It's not about grand buildings or edifices. Yes, the airport serves a purpose. Doug is questioning, and I'm questioning the reason behind spending so much money on a port when we don't have a productivity sector here to send anything out to speak of, right? But we are here every day, and what we do with this level of zeal and seriousness and heart and soul is trying our best to improve the human condition in St. Vincent and the Grenadines that has been so grossly ignored by this government, that has been cast aside in favor of political expediency. So yes, this is what we do. This is what we are here to do, and this is why we spend our time on this program every Saturday, trying to improve the human condition for our beloved fellow Vincentians.
Yes.
And sometimes we have to say uncomfortable things. We have to make uncomfortable decisions or hard decisions, but so be it. At the end of the day, as you always say, Carl, we have a country to build, right?
Mm-hmm. Most definitely.
Yeah. I'm going to continue listening off airs, but I'm
All
on the
right.
road.
Okay. Somebody's on
Blessings.
the
Big
local
up to
line.
you.
Nice
Love.
radio. Good afternoon. Hello.
Hello?
Hi. Good afternoon.
I want to correct something Doug DeFreitas said a little while ago. And he said that Glenn Jackson and Bones Bonady was protesting. Bones Bonady wasn't protesting because Bones Bonady was with the NDP from the early 90s until a little while after the 2001 election.
I'm not sure
So
if
he
Doug.
might have misspoken.
I'm not sure if Doug is hearing you. Yeah, but right. Well, point taken. All right.
All right, that's it.
Cool. Thank
Bye.
you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Present time in St. Vincent and Grenadines, 17 minutes after 1 o'clock. Doug, you want to start wrapping up for me, please?
Well, I think we pushing in the year of 46 year of independence, and we pushing in the year of election in 2025, and all kind of nonsense, foolishness, as my friends and them up here call it. Some of my American friends call it the silly season has just kicked off, right? Because the silly season has just kicked off from the independent message of 2024, and it's only gonna get worse before it get better. I disagree with one thing Dougie said. Dougie said we are about $5 billion in debt, but I am of the opinion that we just sink St. Vincent into about another billion plus. So I believe we is 6 billion and beyond in our national debt. And when I look at what we leave these people, our children who is yet to be born, to pay back. Carlisle, I want to wrap up by saying that the hospital that they broke ground with last week, that hospital, Carlisle, that hospital, the government of St. Vincent and Grenadines secure loan from the Republic of Taiwan, of China and Taiwan, for 125 million US dollars, which is 300 and about 35 million Eastern Caribbean dollars. That's added to our debt, where I get the 1 billion from. And the government broke ground last week, Saturday night, Sunday, somewhere around there. And they say the hospital is going to cost 78 million US dollars. I ask the question, where is the other just about 48 million dollars there, 48 million dollars US. Where is that money? You borrow it to build the hospital. That's what you said.
Again.
Carlisle, we borrow the money at 6% plus interest, somewhere thereof. And we have a 48-term lease on the money, loan, a 40-year loan, of which 10 years is grace period. They don't have to pay back. So the time these people die who borrow this money or close to the other side of life, they would not pay 1 cent of that money out of their own personal income. But the children that are born or yet to be born will be paying that loan back. I think is wrong. I think is something that we have to renegotiate. I think is something that we shouldn't leave our children with. And for that, I feel very bad for my people in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. And that is more hurt now than ever. And I think the grown people who are supporting this thing is doing our future generation a disservice. Carlisle, I think it's time for the people of St. Vincent and the Grenadines to rise up and said, enough, no more. Have a blessed day, everybody.
All right. Thank you, Doug. Dr. Leacock?
Well, I just want to stay on the health and safety stream because I realize a lot of people calling with health concerns. And one of the things I want to stress is disability is not inability. And when you're ill, you help yourself better if you try and mobilize and move around, etc. So it's good. It's an all-round betterness for you as an individual. Don't use your illness to take to your bed and not move around, because that to me is really adding to your own early death sentence. We're all gonna die. We can't stop you from dying, but certain things are preventable. Mobility is critical to your bowels. It's critical to your weight. It's critical to how you control your blood sugar. You must keep moving, regardless what. Don't ever think that life finishes because you might have lost a finger or a foot or a toe.
All right.
Now, the other thing I want to say in closing is the award of national honors. I find it really ironic that in the last 20 something years, the prime ministers in England have all kind of honors you could think about. He collect them. That's a big collection for him. It's like a famous pastime. But he does not think that the citizens of St. Vincent warrant proper recognition. This is gone on from the previous government. It's not just this government. We have 45 years nearly of this stuff where we don't recognize the intrinsic value of the common citizens of our country. And we need to move on and get it done.
All right. Thank you. Dr. Lester, you there?
Hello?
Yeah, caller, go ahead.
Hello, good afternoon. How are
Hey.
you doing?
Hi.
I tuned into your program a bit late. I want to just reach out and say, let me give the Lavon King, she's the PR, right, of the New Democratic Party, right? I want to say to her, thumbs up for a brilliant answer yesterday that when she called a program, she was lambasted and she couldn't put it better where she put out a reminder of the Prime Minister before she starts speaking. I may lie at certain times with the big laugh. And she went on to explain. And she asked a very valuable question of the person who was lambasting her. Because everything on that side seems to be a joke. But we don't play around with St. Vincent where it comes to finance and accountability.
All right,
Well,
Carl, I'm really running out of
so I
time.
just want to say,
All right, cool.
When she answered, she should have asked him where was the 95 million went,
cool.
because he wanted to know where the money that the New Democratic Party promised.
I hope
that well.
I hope she's listening.
I hope she is. And thumbs up for the answer that she gave.
Thank you.
And that was.
Yep. Dougie, you there? No, Dougie is still out. I don't know if you guys were paying attention when I mentioned the lady in front of me who was anticipating spending $150 and her bill was $290. These are real issues. These are real issues that people are going to have to face. Right now, there's enough people, even according to the news thing. This influence has reached all the way into the churches, where people almost have no choice if they want to eat. Okay, which is why I am a little upset where this is concerned, because real issues are real issues. Real issues are real issues. You think Poliad, and understand ways of life that exists in St. Vincent and the Grenadines is justified by merely by your existence. Unless you can find a way to see things differently. Okay? And in a lot of ways, that is what I try to do here. Same old. I rather not. I really, really rather not. And that's all I got to say. Dougie is not there, so I'm going to run some commercials and be right back.
I said 2 o'clock already. Dougie gone. Close up.
We're not all police officers, but we all want to safeguard our finances. And that's why the Police Cooperative Credit Union is open to everybody. That's right, we cater for anybody. At a brand new location too. Step up to the Police Cooperative Credit Union headquarters on Bay Street between Diamond Girl and Lane's number 2. And we provide a range of top-class financial services, including fixed deposits, quick cash, savings, and loan, and a survivor's benefit grant of $5,000. We're open 8:30 a.m. to 4 p.m. Monday to Friday and up to 11:30 on Saturday. Check us out on Facebook or call Police Cooperative Credit Union at 485-6840. And remember, even if you're not a police officer, we're cool with that.
Welcome to Subway, where you can always have it your way. My name is Stacy. What can I make for you?
Hey, Stacy. I'll have a chicken teriyaki salad. All veggies, please. And for my daughter, Naomi, a pizza. Naomi, what would you like to have on your pizza?
Pepperoni bacon.
They've got tomatoes as well.
Pepperoni bacon.
What about some fresh onions, corn, pineapple?
Pepperoni bacon.
Naomi, you can also have olives, jalapeno, extra meat.
Nope. Pepperoni bacon.
Stacy, can I have one chicken teriyaki salad, all veggies, please, and a pizza with pepperoni and bacon?
You can have it your way.
Come into our uptown or downtown location today, or order on your favorite delivery app. Subway, have it your way.
I passed by a brethren the other day. If you see he plays rat and cockroach racing, mosquito fighting one another for come me in your ears, and the amount of woodlights I see, I had to wonder if them been in the wood with no attack and build the ark. I said, bye, Call Flick.
For the eradication of pests, Flick is your answer. Before and after construction of your domestic and commercial buildings, Flick uses environmentally safe chemicals and keep washrooms fresh with the Aroma Odor Control and the FemCare Sanitary Disposal Systems. Call Flick Pest Control today at 457-1857 or click www.flickpestcontrol.com.
We would like to say that Captain Bligh XO Aged Rum is the best rum in the world. And now we can. Voted the world's best rum at the World Rum Awards 2014, Captain Bligh XO Aged Rum. World class in a glass.
Present time in St. Vincent and Grenadines at 29 minutes and 10 seconds until 1 o'clock. Until 2 o'clock. Time check brought to you with the kind compliments of Beachmont Groceries. Beachmont Groceries located in Beachmont and with Sue's Bits and Bites next door. Selling rotis and pizza and burgers. And of course, excellent drinks. A little pool table, for your entertainment. Yes. Big screen TV, relax and kick back. Further information, 496-7904 or 531-7831. Time check also brought to you with the kind compliments of Arusha Bites, located in Layu. Arusha Bites, Saturday menu. Doughboy and stew chicken. Doughboy and codfish. Pigfoot sauce. Burgers and fries. Or burger combo. Yeah. Located next to the supermarket, opposite Alton. Yeah. Arusha Bites. Arusha Right Bites. Yeah. Arusha Right Bites. Yeah. Tell them, coach, you heard about it right here in Ctview Saturday Show. Tell them Carlisle says thank you. Time check also brought to you with the kind compliments of with the kind compliments of Jennifer Cheverton Wholesale. Jennifer Cheverton Wholesale, yes. You have a store? We deliver. 456-2814 is the number to call. Tell them, of course, you heard about it and see if you have the show. Tell them Carlisle says thank you. You got Pear Tracks, you got Solo, you got Mountain Dew, you got Classic Cola and more. Potatoes and onions. You got a store. You don't need to come to town. 456-2814 is the number to call. Time check also brought to you with kind compliments of Flick Pest Control. Remember, one flick and they're gone. 457-1857 is the number to call. Free on-site inspection in Kingstown and surrounds. And if you're not in Kingstown and surrounds, you too can benefit from the free on-site inspection where you pay upfront for the inspection fee. But once you sign up for the service, it gets deducted from your final bill. Remember, one flick and they're gone. 457-1857 is the number to call. Time check also brought to you with the kind compliments of Smithy's Apartment and Auto Rentals. 455-0637. Time check also brought to you with the kind compliments of Express Data Systems. Express Data Systems for the HP DeskJet Advantage 2875 for only $395. Also, i5 computers with 16 gigs of RAM. Along with a 27-inch monitor. Be a perfect Christmas gift for somebody. You can think of somebody. Yeah. Express Data Systems, 456-1128. Opening hours Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. until 4 p.m. Time check also brought to you with the kind compliments of the beauty shop. We bring your inner beauty on the outside. Yeah. Located in Middle Street, opposite Third Ward. We do anything about here. We do fixing of locks, interlocking, locks, knotless braids, hair maintenance, healthy locks cut, children braiding, dry curl, jerry curl, textured curl, men and women here. and much more. We carry makeup and body care, cream and hair products to maintain your hair. Sell necklaces and earrings, everything for the perfect finish. Bringing the inner beauty on the outside. 528 8065 is the number to call the beauty shop. Tell them, of course, you heard about it right here in City View Saturday Show. Tell them call out, says thank you. Time check also brought to you with the kind compliments of Games Pharmacy. Games Pharmacy opening hours 7 a.m. to midnight, 7 days a week. 529-3482 is the number to call. Tell them, of course, you heard about it right here in City View Saturday Show. Tell them Carlisle says thank you. Time check also brought to you with the kind compliments of Accent Dental. Accent Dental SVG. Opening hours Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. to 4 p.m. Located in Lower Kingston Park next to the St. Martin Secondary School. Telephone number 528-6997. Time check also brought to you with the kind compliments of Smart Solutions. Smart Solutions specializing in electronic repair from phones to tablets to laptops to desktop computers and even some smart TVs with special focus with Apple products. Telephone number 527-9073. Get smart. Smart Solutions. Tell them, of course, you heard about it right here in City View Saturday Show. Tell them Carl says thank you. Time check also brought to you with the kind compliments of Time Center General Store. Time Center General Store 455-6735 is the number to call. Best price is guaranteed at Jamar General. If you're building or renovating, consider UPVC windows available at Jamar General Services. UPVC windows are built, tried, and tested for our tropical climate with the following strong points. 1, they won't leak. 2, they are sea blast resistant, they won't rust. 3, with 5mm tempered glass, they are shatter resistant. 4, they're double-sided, accessible, and easy to clean. 5, insect measures available on both sides. 6, all replacement parts are locally available at Jamar General. 457-2725 for further details. Contact them for your PVC pipe and your PVC pipe accessories. Check them out also for your electrical needs. 457-2725 is the number to call. Then check also brought to you with the kind compliments of Nai's International Logistics. Shipping, packaging, and moving. New York City 347-500-9142. Boston 617-594-2283. Or right here in SVG 784-455-5600. When you can't wait in the barrel when you need it, no. Nai's International.
Show them pretty. Your violins keep moving to the nitty gritty. When you hear the scratch up, guitar scratching, then you know that rhythm carries all the action. Oh yeah. Turn the beat around. Turn it around. Yeah. Turn it upside down. Yeah. Got to hear it. Move your feet when you feel the beat, yeah.
Mr. Howard, how you doing? Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy.
Yeah, it's cool.
Hey, don't forget, don't forget, don't forget, don't forget. Spend some time, spend some time at the advertisers, because they're responsible. They're responsible for keeping the lights on. You hear? They're responsible for keeping the lights on, and they want to keep their lights on too. They want to reach out. They want to reach out. Oh, it's real out there. It's real out there. When I tell you, the lady pulled out $150. And then when she said go past 150, she went back to 50 and go back and take out an extra 100. Then realized then she had to take out another 100 and get back $10. It's real. It's real. It's real. Just come by me, I'll buy some bushes. Surely ease your pain, I'll buy them seed and the leaf. Body me,
Say something else now.
Turned and she looked at me, and her son was packing the
Back
groceries.
and sending the thing. She
Her son was
wanted
packing the
to see
groceries in
if
the
there's
car.
a new advertisement they
And she looked at
sent,
me.
or if it's.
And I guess the both of us
said,
thinking
you
the same
need
thing.
to tell them you receive it. I went and said,
What was gonna happen when it's time for him to buy groceries? Where's it gonna go? You're talking almost 100%, 100%, 100% from the last time she would have bought groceries. When they're feeling sick, don't rush them to no clinic. Just bring them by and give them the remedy. Say if they have asthma, yes, I know just what to do. Say if they have asthma, I buy them some ganja. Say when they have a sneeze, I know how to get it. Is I buy them seed and a leaf. Body me eye, but I'm a knife, just them like. I buy them some seed and a leaf. Body me eye, but I'm a knife, just them like. Cause I'm a suka. I'm a suka. I'm a doctor. I buy them somebody, body me eye. I buy them some seed and a leaf. I buy them some part of my life, in a life. Seed and a leaf, body me eye. Part of my life, just them like. In my pharmacy, I got medicine ready. If you want it, just sarsaparilla ground power. After pregnancy, coconut water and sushi. If she feel funny, I bet she shall do finny. I bet them seed and the leaf. Body me eye, part of my life, just them like. I bet them some seed and the leaf. Body me eye, part of my life, just them like. Cause I'm a suka. I'm a suka. I don't want to cry no more. You hear? I want to do something about this. Don't want to cry no more. Yes, I miss your friend, wish you're still alive. Good ones die young when me had you still alive. Long live Nico, yeah, your name will never die. Me miss your brother, and we zesting for you. They speak a ton of cloud, we zesting for you. You're the winding up with chicken, and we zesting for you. And if a pan yard, well, we zesting for you. Me miss your brother, and we zesting for you. They speak a ton of cloud, we zesting for you. You're the winding up with chicken, and we zesting for you. And if a pan yard, well, we zesting for you. Yeah, brother, we miss you. I was trying to space in a disco. So much days we cry, what hardly I have so much planted on discuss. So
if a party hard, well, we setting for you. We setting for you. If we cut on the block, we setting for you. You're the winding up the chicken and we setting for you. And if a party hard, well, we setting for you. Yo, Nico, I'm gonna let them know. You're rolling with the nastiest, greatest, baddest, singing, baby. You know.
Hey, I been to a place, right? A crazy place.